Hello, 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 hello. Oh, wrong one. Hold up, this one. What is going on? We got right now just Gabe Hart in the chat. Let's get
What's
this
up?
party
What's
started.
up?
Yep. So today it's super hot. I actually kind of want to. Let me readjust the fan while you tell people what's going on today, Chris.
What am I doing?
Tell people what's going on.
Yo, 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 Gabe Hart. We're gonna be checking out some new figures. Maybe another thing. I think some comics, pop vinyls, and for the big thing we're doing,
Pop vinyl.
I'm trying to keep it mysterious. Anyway,
I got hooked on my microphone.
we're gonna be doing a Marvel MCU tier list, MCU related products as well.
Yeah, it's turned into a just all Marvel
Here's a
movies
teaser for what's to come. If you can
minus.
tell what that is.
It's none of the old stuff. So like Ghost Rider's not on there.
Ghost
Like
Rider's
old
not.
whatever.
Ghost Rider 2 was 2011.
Yeah. It's none of the fake stuff. We'll put that on.
No
Because
Blade.
yeah, there's no Blade. There's no Daredevil
No
movie.
Elektra.
No 1970s Hulk and Thor and Iron Man and Cap.
Which those weren't like separate shows. They showed up in Hulk.
I'm just saying, none of that stuff is on there. So it's I don't know. Y'all see it when you see it, you know.
Yeah, y'all will see.
Like all those things sounds great.
Well, he's got like a little wrench next to his name. It's because he's a moderator.
Yeah, don't you remember?
Yeah, I remember. I remember what happened.
Yeah. Maybe that's why Super Baby's not here. He's mad.
Super baby, what homework did we give you? I forgot.
I don't know, get a Digimon tattoo or something. I really don't remember. But yeah, we're gonna chill for a minute before we hop into it.
Can you even tell what this is?
I don't know.
Let me grab something more vague.
Also,
You know what this is?
I've been adjusting the camera settings.
What
I
about
think
Fan 4 Stick?
no, that's not on there.
Yeah, none of the Fantastic Four movies are.
None of the Fantastic Four. In all fairness, I did not make this list. I just got a
He stole it from
list on
someone
a
off the
tier list
streets.
generator thing.
Nice list you got there. Swipe.
Yeah. Now, granted, I did curate a bit. There were several lists to pick from, and some of them were like, I don't like that one. So I had to click on several lists until I found one I liked. So I did put some work in still. I got some exciting stuff coming up this weekend as well. It will be at least... I will have at least one guest on this weekend. I might end up actually having two. We will see. But there's going to be a new series starting. And I feel like I'm saying that all the time. But there's a new series starting Friday. I'm really excited for. So yeah, and I got somebody's been on the channel before. Returning.
It's me. I've been on the channel before.
Nah, I think it'll be a fun little adventure. And yes, it's a game show. But other than that, I don't know. Anything else exciting going on?
SDCC's next week.
That's true.
Woo!
That is true. And I have yet to buy a Clone Wars 1.
I've yet to save any money for any of the exclusives.
I need to get one. I need to get one bad, Chris. I want it. I want it so bad. Needs to be up on my wall with all my pretty comics. Space is getting tight up there, though, Chris. It's hard to pick which ones will lose and get Get the boot.
Take down that one.
Take down all the Moon Knight ones.
If possible. You can't. I've glued them to the wall.
No, that's not. The thumbnail has nothing to do with what's that. The thumbnail I made last night.
Let me see.
I don't know. Look it up. It's
Looking it up. You look it
I simply Google image search MCU tier list, and I grabbed an image and made it the thumbnail. Okay, threw MCU tier list over the top. And then that was tonight, and I did that at like 4 a.m. Okay, so I did it extremely quickly.
You know it's not Marco because Guardians 2 is in C.
Oh yeah, you know that's not me. But crap, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and then the tier list that I found today. Like I said, I did that like right after coming home from work. So I mean that was just done just 20 minutes ago or so. Can't wait for all the Phase 4 and 5. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Marco, we're at 9:45.
Well,
You somehow not subscribed, Gabe Hart. Subscribe.
But yeah, there's gonna be some. Oof. We're getting. What were we talking about? We're like, how do we not have a trailer for this? And like, it's gonna be next week. Ahsoka.
Black Panther.
Oh, and Black Panther. Yeah, we're getting Black Panther for sure. We got to, cause like that's not. I mean, that's this year, and we don't have a trailer, you know, or like really nothing from it. We-
Dragon Day.
Even if it's just like a little teaser trailer, we're getting it. We got to. What are you doing?
Holding a knife. Ow, hurting myself.
Probably getting some for Ahsoka though. Probably getting some for Black Panther.
Yeah, I'll probably get a bunch of Star Wars stuff because they haven't released any of that stuff from the Star Wars.
Probably Miss Marvel, or not Miss Marvel. The Marvels.
Yeah.
Probably gonna get a Book of Boba 2 announcement. Oh, and I think I saw something about a leaked trailer for that actually. So we might even get a full trailer for that. I think I saw something about that. I didn't watch any of the leaked trailer stuff though. Let me see if I can look it up real quick. Oh, that's what it was. Disney Plus accidentally leaks Book of Boba Season 2 announcement.
Yeah, I saw
Okay,
that.
okay, that's what it was. Move this over. Well, I guess let's put this here.
We're just going right out the gate with that?
No. I'm just
Okay,
moving
okay.
stuff around so I can see chat easier.
It's 8:05.
Yeah, we can go ahead and start with our
Opening.
haul stuff. I think I'm gonna start with comics
Oh, yeah.
uncharacteristically. There's not that many of them.
Yeah.
So, well, actually, let's start with the Funko Pop because there's only one of them. So to start off, it's one of my favorite characters that never gets too much love, Elsa Bloodstone. And you know they made a Funko, so I had to get her because they don't. I mean, I'm genuinely actually kind of still shocked that they made this. Now, granted, they did make it a Walgreens exclusive, so it's kind of
Is
like
the only one?
Funko Pop.
Yeah.
Yeah. She has a Walgreens exclusive Funko. She has a what box set was she a part of? She's part of the A-Force one, right?
I think so.
Yeah. She's part of, and that was an exclusive 5-pack or something.
SDC.
I
There's
don't
some
remember. But yeah, and she's on, I don't know, 7 covers of comics or something. But anyway, so I had to get her. She's pretty fun. She's got a big old gun. You see the big old gun? It's kind of dark. But then I got some comics, so let's see. Put that somewhere. So I got some as a gift because friend of the channel, we'll just say Abby, she watched the now infamous unboxing video, and she said, I feel bad for you. I know you like magic. So she gave me this one, which is a pretty cool... I want to say this is Anaclecto, but I'm not 100% positive. But regardless, very, very cool cover. And then she also said, you know, she knows that I like Momoko. So, got me some Strange Academy Momoko. Got the trade dress as well as the Virgin variant. Which I need to read this series. And then some other random stuff I picked up. I picked up a copy of Catwoman 33, which is this awesome Jenny Frison piece. And I love me some Jenny Frison, and I love me some Poison Ivy. So this one had to be added. And then I picked up an additional High Republic number 7. Cool. You know, this series is just littered with first appearances. And then this came out last week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So this is the 1 in 25 for The Mandalorian, which, yeah, I know, is just a rehashing of the TV show. But this is still, first of all, a David Aja, the same guy that did that Hawkeye series that everybody loves.
It's good. You should read it.
Yeah, and you know,
I'm talking to you about it.
He's iconic for his art in that series. Not really known for too much else, you know, I don't think. But I thought it was a really cool cover. And it's the 1 in 25 first appearance of The Mandalorian. So that's still a pretty cool book, even if the contents
It's gonna be worth
aren't necessarily that exciting.
$1
Which, you know, whether it ends up being worth money or whatever, it's still...
$1,000,000,000.
I can say I have the 1 in 25 of the first appearance of the Mando. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I don't care what you say.
$1,000,000,000.
And then we got some exclusive variants in at the shop, so I picked some up. This is Strange Academy 11, which is a pretty cool...
Thank you, Gay Bard. That's why you're mod, because you're nice.
Magic and
Not
Scarlet
because
Witch.
You were banned, and it's the only way we can
Good
figure out how
looking
to
books.
make you not banned.
And then we got Strange Academy 10. Another Scarlet Witch and Magic cover. Oh. Wait a minute. And then I got 12 here. Had them out of order. I like that one a lot. And then I just got some other random finds that I've had. So this is... I may actually have this one, but I bought it just in case. But it's a David Mack cover for Marvel Voices. But yeah, really like that cover, so I grabbed that one. Grabbed this cool Spider-Punk action figure variant.
What's up, L?
Hey, what's up, El Cava? And then also got this one out of the dollar bin. You know, I like me my X-23. So, yeah, just picked up some random things. And yeah, just to catch you up a little bit. So we're showing some stuff that we picked up, and then we're going to get into our MCU tier list. Which MCU is a little vague. A little...
MCU and MCU related products.
MCU and other things that I felt were fine to be on the list. Oh, that Spider-Punk. Alright, what are we doing next?
Doctor Strange!
Yeah. You want that Spider-Punk so bad? Yeah, I imagine.
Give us
So
$3 quadrillion.
this is the Marvel Legends new Walgreens exclusive Doctor Strange that they should have made years ago, because how have they not made a classic Doctor Strange yet? And it looks really good. So I've been pretty excited for this figure.
I've been really excited for this figure.
You can slice them and I'll...
Dice them.
Sure. But yeah, ever since it was announced, I don't know why they decided to make it. It should have been part of the Doctor Strange wave, honestly. Like, why do they make it a Walgreens exclusive? Because, like, this would have been a figure that sold very well at the shop, I would imagine,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? Alrighty. Oh, dropped a paper. Yeah. You got like a crown.
Keep the collar in check.
Yeah. Release thine self. You can get them out. I gotta show the camera this. Look at his little dumb crown. Yeah, no, this Strange looks incredible.
Got a sleepy head.
Yep. There he
Got a
is.
hand for holding the wand of Watum, or this axe.
Doctor Strange. Stranging it up. You in focus? I don't think so. Where's my focal point? There he goes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he is a sweet figure. I think if I wanted to be a little nitpicky, he's a little buff looking. You know, like, he doesn't need to be. This Doctor Strange has been going to the gym every day. And I don't really think of Strange in that way, you know?
You see it?
We got this rad axe that he comes with. I'll put it right there. You can see it better, I guess. What is this thing called? The Wand of...
Oh, it's weird. His cape is like actually attached to him.
Wand of what, Chris?
Watum.
Watum. And then he's got... this is going to be really hard to see. His eyes are closed. Oh. You see there? It should be in focus well enough, I think. He's got some extra hands, which I'm not going to bother showing off. He's got this ugly head. God, okay. Where is it? Right there. And then some little magic particle effects.
I made him float. I can't really any closer to the camera.
Check him out. He is super cool.
He needs the muscles to lift that axe. You're so right.
Oh, I guess fair enough. Looks like he broke his ankle, though.
I might have.
Yeah, I mean, he sits well enough in this pose. As well as you can expect from a 6-inch
Can he stand?
action figure. You need like a little...
It's like
just a little plastic thing to sit there and hold his butt. Let's see. Yeah, you wish it's space and money for figures. It does suck because just getting into... We're into too many things. And I really try to be condensed.
I don't.
But it's hard. Because, so, we're into Marvel Legends. We're into Black Series figures.
I'm getting into G.I.
You're getting into G.I. Joes now, which I really try to stay off of. I know they're really good figures, but I was like, because I don't really, neither one of us really have an attachment to G.I. Joe.
They just make really good figures.
They just, yeah, make awesome toys. What else? We do the helmets for Star Wars and Marvel and Power Rangers a little bit. That's all, well... As far as fancy figures, we don't really have a lot of. So we have that one, what's it called? Your Star Wars thing?
Thinking.
I'm blanking. What is it called?
Sideshow.
Yeah. So we got that Clone Trooper, which, you know, those are expensive. We have a little bit of figure arts, not much. Probably like 5, right?
Yeah.
I
got a bunch of NECA Predators and Aliens.
Yeah.
That aren't put anywhere. We got a ton of little tiny Gundams. And okay amount of like medium-sized Gundams. One really big
God,
Gundam.
if they made more of those big Gundams, Chris, and that, like, if there was a more
more.
wave, I would have had them by now.
Yeah.
I love that GPO2 so much. It is such a good figure.
Next item.
Yeah, but anyway,
Captain
but that's just action figures.
America.
That's just action figures. Then, you know, I'm heavy into comics. Big comics. That's the thing. Like, I couldn't be into, like... Yeah, that's fine. I couldn't be into, like, oh, I'll just go through dollar bins. Nah. My cheap-end comics that I want right now are, like, $300.
Compare that to the biggest comic I want's like $100.
Yeah. I got expensive. I just like, you know, characters' first appearances and...
Oh, he comes with, like, this little card.
Cool, iconic covers and stuff. That's a lot. There are some books. Like, there's a Black Cat art germ one that I want.
Oh,
that
I see.
Hopefully I can get for, like, $100.
He's like a stand.
I might actually... Because here's the thing. Oh, talking about, like, the slab wall being tight on space as well. And as we get more big books. Like, I know this Black Cat Momoko that I just added isn't going to be on the wall too long. I know that.
Yeah.
You know, it's a cheap book, but I really like it. So I was like, I'm going to throw it up there while I have a spot. This is kind of neat. So it's got a little stand that you can, I guess, put either way. But anyway,
I thought he had the knife shield. He doesn't.
I might eventually make a separate spot somewhere to put Black Cat books. Because I got my first appearance coming back eventually. And then I got this Momoko. I really want to get that art germ. I need to get that Jiyoung Lee, the Virgin 1 in 100 with the Infinity Gauntlet. There's probably some other ones that I really like Black Cat. And it's one of those things, I've always liked Black Cat, but then reading these recent series with Jed McKay have like really ramped that up. And then I don't know, you know, there's certain characters that's like with all those exclusive variants that had Scarlet Witch on them. I think there's certain characters that I call cheat characters, as far as like being able to make a cool character or cover for them. I think Scarlet Witch is a cheat character. Like, I don't know. I just think it's not saying like, oh, they're, you know, not to dismiss their artistic abilities or anything, but Scarlet Witch just makes for a good cover, you know? And I think the same with Black Cat. Black Cat just makes for a good cover. And like Geiger. Geiger was a series that every issue had like 3 or 4 different covers, and they were all incredible. Because there's a glowing man with a skeleton, and he had a 2-headed dog. It's gonna make sick covers, you know? Like, let's see. I need to move this microphone so I can see chat. Hello, good evening, everyone. Oh yeah, you already read that one. I wasn't looking at the chat. I've been not paying attention.
Yeah, right there he is.
Alright. I kind of like the other way.
What's the other one in the back? Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's fine. I guess the shield should go on the other arm, but... Yeah. I mean, I still think that's a pretty neat display, actually. I never go in the right direction. I really like the bullet effects that come on this one, which he has some other ones as well. But if it wasn't for this, I wouldn't really care about this figure. I think there's aspects of it that I like a lot better on the, what was that, 80th anniversary
something like that
figure. But this one had some really cool effects and stuff that I think helped to set it apart. And then again, you can swap around the cardboard, so that could be the background as well. We'll see what it looks like. Because it does present differently when you actually... Do we have any more of these figures? This, whatever this
we didn't
is.
get the Iron Man, we haven't got the Hulk.
I kind of like them. I think they look really nice
All next to each other?
with the stands and stuff. Yeah.
I'm down with getting the
Meh.
rest.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. The Hulk doesn't have like anything that different, I don't feel like.
No, he doesn't.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Want some comic books for dumb reasons like Avengers Millennium 1 because I like Five Guys? Is that in that comic? And Spidey and Hawkeye fight about. Okay. Best burger. And Spidey is for Five Guys. Okay.
I mean, I got a dumb.
Okay.
I got a book for a dumb reason. It's that Luke Cage in there.
Yeah,
in my room, where he goes all the way to Liberia to get his money because Doom didn't pay him, and he's like, "You just want $200, right? That's it? You destroyed all my defenses for $200? Yeah, 100%. Where's my money? Where's my money, honey?"
What do we got up next? Alright.
Big boy.
We got a new helmet. This is like one of our worst collections, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because it takes up so much space.
There's that. Let's open the box.
Like, at least with our action figures, it's like, yeah, it takes up a lot of space, but there's 900 of them. This is like, we have less than 20 helmets, and God, it takes so much space. And I want so many more.
They just released clone helmets, Marco.
Oh, we'd be screwed. I know we keep begging for it, but we'd be screwed.
I'd say I just want one, but then I'd want them all.
Yeah, there's no way.
Why is it covered in paper? I don't think I've ever seen a helmet package.
It's
like
a paper mache helmet. This actually looks ominous. Like,
It's
it looks like
it's a head in
someone
there.
tried to suffocate them and like put plastic wrap on top of them. But I don't think you understand. It looks pretty dang cool though. It's honestly bigger than I expected. I thought this was going to be a very tiny helmet. I don't think there's any way it'll fit on my giant head. But we'll find out. Oh my god, it's actually close. If I got rid of that, it might fit if I take that out.
Hold on, let me put it in.
Because, like, that's where it stops.
It's the same thing with the Boba helmet for your head, because you got a big one.
This is not as big as the Boba helmet.
Oh, you're right, though.
Yeah. Get that out of there. I want to see it. I think it'll fit me. Which is
I think it'll fit me, too.
pretty shocking. Most helmets do not fit me. I was pretty upset the Mandalorian helmet didn't fit me.
See it.
I was first.
Oh,
We know it's going to fit your head. That's not a surprise.
it fits really well, though. Can you see out the eyes?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This fits
You look
well. I
like a
look
Wookiee
really
wearing it 'cause of
stupid
your
with
hair.
all this hair. What?
You look like a Wookiee wearing it.
I know. I was shocked. Or I am shocked. I really did not expect Bo-Katan's helmet of all.
It's also very, like, I can see really well out of this, like all the other Mandalorian helmets.
It's okay. I mean, not as good as Boba's.
No.
Because, like, this thing in the middle is a little irritating.
It's more these parts right here.
Let me look at it. Well, yeah, that's true.
Because Boba's, it just goes straight, you know?
Yeah. I wasn't really paying attention to where I can and can't see. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a hindrance. I feel like, yeah, like this direction, I can see great in, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, sexy helmet. Nice looking helmet. Love the origami
This pops better
variant.
in front of the eye. I still don't see directly out of it, but it pops better in front of the eye.
Yeah. So that is not the biggest thing that we picked up. We actually got one more thing. Even bigger. Even badder. Even pointier. The helmet's not very
it is
pointy.
even pointier. This is the pointiest thing we got all day.
Let's show this thing first. Dun dun dun.
Now show it.
Take a guess. What is this?
based off the... Hold on, let me pick up this piece.
No. Don't show it again. Don't show it again.
Look at this.
Don't show it again. No, I feel like that's still an easy clue. What is this? You have to tell me or we're... Oh. Every time I see the camera, I'm like, oh, it's that way. I gotta turn it, and then I show it a little bit more on exit. Anybody?
Guess.
It's a box. Well, almost dropped it.
Might know. I showed the piece earlier.
Yeah, Gabart was here when he showed what I thought was a very easy clue.
I don't know, the way I was just kind of nebulously waving it around, he might not have.
Oh god. Which god? Well, I showed it.
You showed it? Oh my god.
I always get so confused when looking in the camera. Lightsaber, nah.
There's several lightsabers.
Yeah, there are several lightsabers in there. It is the Sideshow General Grievous.
I messed with this a little bit. It's beautiful. I
Stop
love it. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Check this out. So that's one layer gone. Bang.
Bang.
Boing. It was a bad guess. I mean, that's fine. It's Star Wars. Oh, you don't know characters? Oh, you're not a Star Wars guy? It's pretty weak. Alright, that's 2 layers gone.
Take away moderation privileges.
Alright, now 3 layers gone.
Now it's just the packaging.
No, that's a cape.
Shit. That's awesome. Yeah, that's the accessories. Your hand. Oh, no.
Now 4 layers gone. It's a Grievous. And you might think, that looks kind of cool. But just wait until we pop this bad boy out of his sarcophagi. What is this?
That's part of his stand. We gotta give him the forearms.
Give him the forearms.
Give him the forearms.
Give him the forearms.
Hold on, they're not attached.
Give him the forearms.
Give him the forearms.
What's this?
What's this?
Is this like... This could be a hot dog picker-upper.
Hot dog picker-upper?
Yeah.
Why hot dogs in particular?
It just looks like it would.
Why is it the first thing that came to your mind?
Because I want a hot dog.
Hot dog picker-upper over here. He's a right arm.
How does this make you feel?
Asthmatic.
Could be a Grievous picker-upper. Chris,
pick up my very expensive Grievous with that.
I bet you I could pick up a hot dog with this.
I'm not saying you couldn't. I'm just asking why is that the first
His
thing
feet are weird looking.
They are.
I don't think that's what they really look
It's
like.
because they're supposed to be... It's so they're flat, you know?
Yeah.
So that he can stand. Because in like everything else, they're pointy.
This is not comic accurate.
Comic accurate? I guess he's been in comic books, so okay.
You've seen them all, but you don't understand it at all? How not?
Star Wars is pretty straightforward.
It's
Space fascism bad. What else do you want?
I mean, it's not like it can't be more complicated than the 700 different Spider-Men that exist. At least these are different people.
Uh-oh, there goes the arm.
I'm gonna pick up a hot dog with this thing.
I would recommend against it. I don't want my Grievous smelling like hot dog.
Chris, why would you not want your Grievous smelling like a hot dog? Hey, what's up, Cole? Oh. Sorry you came in on talking about Grievous smelling like a hot dog.
The worst part about Grievous is, they're not Grievous, hot dogs is the smell.
That's fair, I guess.
Specifically the like pre-cooked smell. After-cooked smell is good.
I'm getting hungry. If you couldn't tell.
He's got 4 arms! Ain't that wild?
Yeah.
He's gonna beat you up with 4 arms.
Alright.
Now, hold on. Hold him here. I'll get the key detail.
It's Grievous,
You might be
y'all.
thinking, he kind of looks weird, don't he? His chest is a bit too open. There's a reason for that.
Is there?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know.
Yeah, it's for this. Drape that over him.
It's a fine cloth you got here. It's a fine cloth.
Fine cloth indeed.
Yeah.
This is difficult.
Let me turn it around.
No, I got it. No, I don't. Turn around.
You want me to 360? Yeah, you got it lined up all straight and whatnot. It's General frickin' Grievous.
He's got his cape on. Hold on, can we get him hunched over with the cape, like going over him? Get his arms nice and down.
Get your arms down.
Hold on, be careful with him. He's
I will rip his arms off.
a little
Chris.
fragile here and there. Swear to God, if you break my broken Grievous.
It's General frickin' Grievous over here. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
The cape
adds so much.
really makes him.
Like,
What is up, Kevin Helmer? Well, that's my buddy, Helionator. Hope you're doing good, my friend.
I'm trying to do a thing.
So we're showing off some stuff that we've recently picked up. A couple new people added or just hopped in, so I'll do a little recap of some stuff. Showing off the big thing now, which is the Grievous sideshow. Also picked up this sweet Captain America figure. With cool little background. I like the other background better. Hold on, let me swap that back. Oh god, I killed Captain America. America will never forgive me.
He's coughing into his hand.
Oh, that's good. Gotta make it like... Get your foot in the hole, Cap. Alright, I like that background better. And then we got this super rad Doctor Strange. Oh god, I killed Cap again. Doctor Strange, y'all.
Stand there real quick, Grievous.
And then, give me the helmet. Got a sweet Bo-Katan helmet. That surprisingly fits not only Chris's head, but my head.
Where's the button?
Which is astounding. You probably don't have batteries, though, right?
No, not the.
Oh, that. Got the Elsa Bloodstone Funko Pop. And then I'll go through the comics real quick again. I'm going to drop all these pieces. So I'll do this real quick. Just a fun X-23 cover that I picked up. A cool Spider-Punk cover that I picked up. A nice David Mack. And then I got some store exclusive Magic and Scarlet Witch covers that are pretty rad. Picked up the 1 in 25 David Aja first appearance of the Mandalorian. Picked up a High Republic 7. This is the first appearance of Darth Krall. This sweet Jenny Frizen Catwoman and Ivy cover. And then some gifts from a friend. Abby gave me these Momoko covers for Strange Academy, as well as this. I want to say this is Anaclecto, but I could be wrong on the artist's name. But she knows I love Momoko, and she knows I love Magic. And she knows I had a bad day the other day. So she gave me them.
I don't know. If
Hopefully it's not evil, Doctor Strange.
His hands are magnetic for the lightsabers.
Yeah. You told me about it. And then that's going to cap off our howl. But now we're moving into the MCU tier list. And as you all know, our tier list is definitive. We are not here to debate. Our word is law. And we're gonna hop into it now. Let's move some of this stuff off my computer desk.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm holding the Grievous.
Well, why'd you do that?
Well, I reckon. Yeah. throw that in there for now.
Sure. Alright. Let me set the comics here. That should be fine. Good haul, lots of cool stuff. Thank you. So now we're gonna move over. Hold on, let's see. So I need to. I'm not gonna be looking at chat for a minute while I get this set up. So get that like that. That's on the wrong screen. Let's try that. There we go. Got the display capture. Got the tier list ready to go. Oh, you're not really in the screen, I guess, Chris.
Oh well.
Okay.
That's with this Grievous, so I can set him in the background real cool, like.
All right. And then let me move chat over here. Let's see. When you say things like that, Marco, I just want you to disagree. Nah. You will agree with every one of my decisions. Okay, so here we have S tier, A, B, C, D, and F, as well as did not watch, because there's a few on here that neither of us have watched. If one of us has watched it, we're allowed to put it on the tier list. If not, and here's all the things to pick from. So we got quite a few, and we'll talk about it. And you know, to humor you all, we can let you say your thoughts and opinions. See what you got. You're not gonna convince us of anything different, but you can give it your best shot. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. So starting off with Agent Carter, I did not watch this. I would like to,
Watch this.
but I never got around to it. So that's an easy first one. And then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Chris did not watch this, but I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I want to put it somewhere here. And we can maybe move things around. Because maybe, like, I'll put it in A tier, and then I'll put something else in A tier, and I'm like, no, this is way better, you know. So I might move it up later. But for now, I think I'll put it in A tier.
Can you guys see the Grievous eye?
Yeah. I mean, he's probably, you know, fairly tiny on the screen, but... Oh, we are covering up some of the movies as well, but that's fine. We'll get to them when we get to them. Y'all know what movies exist, right?
You guys know what a movie is, right?
Don't question the law.
And we're the law around these parts, partner.
Too high for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Well, I know that you just want to disagree with me. And I know that all your opinions are wrong, so... Maybe B? Nah. I genuinely love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So much. It is a fantastic show. Really, really good.
Oh, yeah, here's
First,
one thing that came with the Grievous, by the way.
2 or 3 seasons were really
It's
good?
really cool,
oh, yeah, that Electro staff. I think Season 4 is their best season, followed by Season 5. Yes, we are counting it as a whole. Any show, we gotta count in its entirety. Otherwise, that'd be kind of a hassle if we had to go season by season.
Or episode by episode.
No, well, I'm not doing that.
I'm talking about for, like, the shorter ones.
Yeah, we're not even doing season by season, so... Especially, I mean, there's, 7 seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? I have to really go back and even look to see, like, which season was what. Because, like, I really enjoy the first few seasons.
Oh,
but I think 4...
dramatic, Marco.
Yeah. I think 4 is where it peaks at its absolute best. And 5 is also extremely good. And I think 6 and 7 are good as well. But I think that's where it's at its best. But anyway, so, I mean, whatever. Moving on. We got Ant-Man, the first one.
A fun little heist movie that I think does not get enough credit as is.
I agree, but I'm also kind of feeling C tier.
Yeah, because I know there's going to be some good ones.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely... I enjoy Ant-Man, but there's better movies than Ant-Man. They say the Butchered Ghost Rider. What are you talking about? No, he's incredible. I mean, yes, I'll give you he's TV show quality. So it's not like, he's not Avengers Endgame level. Sure. But they do an amazing job with Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider is sick. And that's why there's so many people that want that version to come back. That's a big thing that, people wanted Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to be canonized, and then we'd get that Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider. And that's the season I'm saying is the best season. Season 4 is the one with Ghost Rider. And it was incredible. Yeah, Ant-Man is lower than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So Logan, you're telling me right now that you have not even watched season 4 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Because you're saying, but they say that they butchered Ghost Rider. So that implies that you have not even watched that. And it is a fabulous season. And not even just because of Ghost Rider. Lots of other cool things happen too. And Ant-Man is, I enjoy the film. I had a good time at the theater. But it is, I don't think it's going to be anywhere near the top of these movies. And then I feel similarly to Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fun,
I don't know why people think the first movie is so much better than the second movie. I think they're relatively the same.
Yeah.
Honestly.
A lot of people think they're. I can't do this with this helmet on.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be fun. But no, a lot of people would put those in F tier, and I don't get it.
Yeah. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is incredible.
They're perfectly fine movies. They're fun movies, too.
Alright, and then we got the first Avengers movie. And this is probably where I'm going to get a little hated on as well.
First Avengers was fun.
I don't think any higher than B, and I think B is generous.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking C, honestly.
I'm a little alright with C. Just because there's so many other better Marvel movies.
I'm thinking C for first Avengers. I'm waiting for the comments to come in.
Paul Rudd is America's sweetheart.
I love Paul Rudd. I love Paul Rudd. But the movie's fine. It's just fine. And it's okay to be fine,
Yeah.
We're not making... We can't put everything in S tier, you know what I mean?
We're doing that for the Star Wars tier list.
So, and then what is this movie?
That's Endgame.
Endgame. Oh crap! I didn't put these in
Do
order.
Infinity War.
No.
Do Age of
Is this Ultron?
Yeah.
Go.
Just pick it up. Just use that one instead.
There we go. Now it's in order, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Age of Ultron, I feel like a solid D. Yeah.
Yeah. And not the worst Marvel movie.
It's the OG. I understand its cultural significance. I do.
We're talking. I agree with Avengers and C.
Oh wow. Okay.
Age of Ultron was better. It wasn't.
No, it was not. We're putting in D, baby. All the way. I don't like that movie. It is one of my least favorite MCU movies. I think there's good parts of it.
Yeah.
I think with most things, even things I don't like, there are good parts of it, minus maybe one thing later on this list. Well, even that I can say some good about.
Yeah.
You like Ultron better too? I disagree.
You're both wrong, and that's okay. We're the law. That's what we're here for.
Pretty disappointed when I saw.
Wrong because we are right.
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed when I saw Age of Ultron. It was good to me. I mean,
to you,
it's cool.
We're different.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I'm happy you're having a great
I'm glad you enjoyed the afternoon of Ultron, but there were many problems. I think I'm just coming around to Elizabeth Olsen as Scarlet Witch, because WandaVision was really good, Doctor Strange was really good, but I think everything else that she's been in, we're not saying that the movies were bad, but I don't think she's done a good job. And even in like WandaVision stuff, I think there's people that could have done a much better job. I don't think she's that good of an actress. I don't buy she changed her accent because she was integrating or whatever. No, she just couldn't keep up the accent. She wasn't good at it. She never was, even from the first movie. Quicksilver means nothing to me. This version does. The Quicksilver in the Fox movie is incredible.
We're not at Spider-Man yet, Gabehard.
We're putting all those in F tier.
Oh, you said Spader.
Wait,
I
what?
thought you said Spider.
What movie were we talking about?
talking about Ultron, the actor for Ultron.
Oh, he did fine.
He did all right. I wish.
Chris has other issues
I
with
have
Ultron.
issues with that Ultron specifically because he had too many emotions, in my opinion. They gave him like Transformer face, and I think his design was hideous.
I don't love it. I don't hate it either. Anyway, moving on to...
Worst design of Ultron. I prefer that one bunny action figure Ultron.
That's pretty bad. You hate that one.
I hate that figure. You're right.
So moving on to Infinity War. I'm just moving it there to scroll.
Yeah. Solid. Oh, this is tough. I really like Infinity War.
I really like Infinity War.
I might make that A.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Infinity War is really good.
Infinity War's really solid.
Yeah.
Like it, I feel like it even has a shot at S. We're gonna put it at A.
We're gonna see where it is.
In game, I think I like as well.
But I don't know. I liked in game a lot. It had a whole lot of build up to it. Standalone as its own movie, though, you know, I feel like it wouldn't be anywhere without Infinity War.
Well, yeah. I mean, it is a sequel. Yeah. T2 wouldn't be anywhere without T1, I guess. But,
Gabe Hart, why are you the way you are? Who made you the way you are? I don't know.
Transformer face, yeah. I think it's still an A. Yeah. Do you think it's a B?
Yeah, I'll give it an A.
If anything, I feel like sliding this up to S.
Yeah. Just because I feel like Infinity War is so much better than Endgame. Not so, that's a bit much.
I feel like it's a little better. You know, like, yeah. I want to put it right there, you know?
You can switch them around to indicate which one you think is better in that tier.
No, but I mean, like, I want to put it, like, right in the middle, you know? Like, A+.
Okay, I'm okay with putting it...
S tier for sure. Infinity War was the first tragedy. It was great. I'm thinking about it. We'll come back to it. I might put Infinity War in S tier.
I think it's really the only, like, big tragedy one.
I'm thinking about it. And then what is this?
Black Panther.
Oh, Black Panther. Okay.
That's at least A.
I don't know. I think it has some problems. I wouldn't say I'm thinking B or A for Black Panther. Because, like, I feel like I like both Infinity War and Endgame better than Black Panther. You know?
I don't know.
Comparatively?
I think I like Black Panther more than Endgame.
Okay, so we'll put it there for a second. Black Panther has a great villain.
Yeah.
That's good going for it. Chadwick was amazing. That's good going for it. Okoye is great.
Flawless. The fight scenes, except for the last CG one.
The stuff with the rhinos, the stuff with Black Panther and Killmonger fighting, it looks really, really bad.
But only at the end of the movie. Everything else up to that point,
I know, but I think
fantastic. Especially that opening sequence where he's getting rid of like the human traffickers. God, that's such a phenomenal.
It's good, but I don't think I like it as much as these two.
That's why I'm for putting Infinity War in S. You know,
I have another movie. Well, that one might be an S too in mind. We haven't got to it yet. We'll get to it pretty soon, but that I also like more than this. That is either going to be A or S, which is going to be hard. But we'll go ahead and move that into S. I don't know. I don't think this is as good as Endgame.
I think it's better. I like it better than Endgame.
You like it better than Endgame?
Yeah.
Let's see. Logan saying solid B tier, but the law says A. I'm gonna leave Black Panther in B.
Ooh.
B for Black Panther, Chris. B for Black Panther. All right.
B for Marco's a bitch.
Before I saw it, but it still was Maybe almost my feelings. I don't know what movie we're talking about. Black Panther is a solid. Okay, no, he already read that. All right, moving on to the next one. We got Black Widow, the other Black movie.
See, right there, bang. It's very okay. I liked it. I didn't hate it. Not like Age of Old. Feel like C is for I liked it, but it's not a great movie. You know. And D is when you start getting to the range of I don't like this movie.
Yeah. Well, I guess like because F would be I hate this movie.
Yeah.
D is I have a lot of problems with this movie.
Yeah.
C's fine for Black Widow, I think. It's the first cap.
Yeah.
I actually still haven't watched this movie.
It's really good.
Where would you put it? I can't say.
B.
B tier? You really
Yeah.
think so?
I really like it, but B.
You think it's better than Avengers?
Yeah. I think it's better than Avengers.
You can't just put letters. I don't. By the time we may have like moved on to something.
I think he was talking D for
You could be Black
Widow.
Black Widow. You could be talking about. I don't know at this point.
Yeah, he's talking about Black Widow.
Okay, came out. Okay. I don't think it's that bad, and I also don't really care about the. It should have came out years ago. I agree. I don't think that
I'm
changed
over
the
that
quality.
feeling.
It doesn't change the quality of the movie, and also yes, we are. I don't. I feel like people get this concept to a little bit, but ignore it when they want to complain. Not saying specifically with you, but just like I'm just getting general vibes out. At this point, the MCU is the world's most expensive TV show. Like, it. I don't. At this point, like, it's a flashback episode. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? Like, and I also just genuinely don't have problems with non-linear structure. Like, a lot of people have that issue with the Clone Wars. Actually, you should watch it this way, chronologically. It's fine. Watch it how it was released.
Like the rest of us.
Yeah, like it's fine. I think what people fail to realize about Black Widow is and with Hawkeye, I'm going to throw this out there. People don't realize that Black Widow is a Yelena movie.
Yeah.
As far as like the MCU, why is this at this time? Because Yelena is being introduced. Even though it happened in the past. Same with Captain Marvel. Why wasn't Captain Marvel the first movie? It happened before Iron Man. This is when with Captain Marvel is being introduced. And what was the other movie? With Hawkeye. And again,
Captain America was the fourth movie.
Yeah, that too, yeah. With people don't realize that, and like you all probably know, you're all are comic people, you know, I'm sure. But there's so many people. Why was the show called Hawkeye if it's about Kate Bishop? Because Kate Bishop is also Hawkeye, you idiots. You know, like I've seen that comment so many times, and it's so frustrating to me that they don't know. And I get it, like they don't have to know, but like it's even implied with the ending. Like it's just people wanting to hate and not put two and two together. It's not a hidden cryptic message. It's a passing of the torch series. And this is a passing of the torch movie, in a way. Even though she doesn't retire in this or anything. It is setting up the next Black Widow. And so, I think it being where it is does actually make sense in the MCU. And I will stand by that one. I disagree with you. I don't think it changed the impact. Because I don't think the focus is on Natasha. Anyway, what was the last movie we did? Captain America, the first one?
Yeah.
And then Captain America, the second one.
Hey, it's so good. Winter Soldier is really good. It does nothing but improve upon everything from the first movie.
Yeah. It's pretty
Maybe
solid.
Even S.
I don't want to put it in S because I don't like the shaky cam fight scenes. There's some cool things about it, but it's one of those things. I really enjoyed it first watch. Second watch, oh my god, why are you doing this with the camera? Like, it is extreme shaky cam. And that was part of like that was kind of the style then, but that doesn't mean that I like it any less or any more. Now here's the next one, Civil War.
I really like Civil War.
This is the one where I was thinking, like, I like this definitely better than Black Panther. I think, although not perfect, has some really well acted scenes.
Yeah.
And this is another one I wouldn't be mad about putting in S tier, honestly.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I think I like it better than Captain America, the second one.
I'm thinking, I'm okay with S tier.
Alright. A, you gotta be more specific. I don't know what you're talking about. I've talked about 3 movies already.
In the span of like 5 minutes.
Not even that. Probably a couple minutes.
So I think so far, Captain America's winning in our movies. It's got the most in the most top tiers.
I feel like if I watched this movie, I'd put it in C.
It's a good movie.
Eh. Alright, Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Might just leave it there.
Yeah. Solid C.
It's a fine movie.
like it.
I don't have any egregious problems with this movie, but I also don't love this movie.
Dragon Ball Evolution is an S. Yes!
Oh my god. Get out of here. Logan, you can ban Jedi Farce now. Enjoy yourself. Daredevil S tier.
S tier.
S tier 100%. Actually, like, I'm going to go ahead and use this ability now.
I haven't even finished Daredevil and it's S tier.
Even though the second half of season 2 is okay, it doesn't matter because season 3 is an actual masterpiece and just rises it. And the rest of it is basically a masterpiece anyway. Easy S tier. That is the easiest S tier.
Tell us who's banned over there?
Their messages will go away.
Okay.
Deadpool.
B.
This is
I
the
like
first
it.
one. The first one.
I like it.
I think I like the second one better. So I feel like D,
But
and
I
we'll
feel like they're
we'll
kinda-
speed run into this and go into. I think I want to put that in A.
Yeah, you know.
I think that the second one is significantly better.
Thought, yes, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think it is a significant improvement over
Yeah.
the first one. Which I think is an unpopular opinion. I feel like most people just have
The fighting in Daredevil made it S tier. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, I mean, just everything.
Fighting,
The
acting,
writing, the acting. Just Daredevil's incredible.
Directing.
Yeah, just everything about Daredevil is insane. Just this was it's not even a question. I haven't cared about putting things in order on the tiers, but that's got to be the front. Like
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything better, and I've said it several times on the channel and off the channel. I think Daredevil is the best thing Marvel has ever done.
We need to make a.
But anyway,
What's above S tier?
Daredevil tier.
Dude, just a tier that says Daredevil.
It'd be kind of funny. But anyway, with Deadpool, I feel like there's a lot of people, and there's another movie we'll get to here in a minute, where a lot of people just like to be like, they just did the same thing as the second movie, and I disagree entirely.
Yeah.
I think Deadpool 2 is way better than Deadpool 1. I mean, not like Deadpool 1's in D tier or nothing, but like it's significant improvement.
Similar to the Captain Americas, I feel.
Doctor Strange, I feel like is a solid B movie.
Yeah, it's fun. It's good.
I enjoy it.
I enjoy
But
it
then-
quite a lot.
But here we go with this one. I think S. I love Multiverse of Madness. I thought that was a fantastic movie.
Hey, slow your roll,
I am-
Dave Hart.
Wait, what's going on?
He's talking about things we haven't talked
Oh,
about
we're
yet.
not on Jessica Jones yet. Have you watched all Jessica Jones yet?
No, I haven't watched season 2.
There's 3, isn't there?
Oh, I haven't watched.
Right? Yeah.
I've only watched season 1.
Right? Right? Look at that up real quick.
I'm pretty sure there's 3 seasons.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
don't feel like looking it up.
What is it, Iron Fist? No, what is that?
That is Eternals.
Oh, it's Eternals. Okay. Is that what that is?
Yes,
All right.
I can see Ajax.
C tier.
I'm okay with C tier, yeah.
Again, don't love this movie. I don't really have any problems with this movie necessarily, other than Crow.
Yeah,
Crow's my only real problem with this movie, but he's not a huge deal. I feel like he was just a red herring more than anything that I didn't really enjoy.
Nothing new.
Okay, just making sure.
Winter Falcon or Winter Soldier?
Winter Falcon.
B?
Um,
I really enjoyed it.
I'm leaning more towards C. I enjoyed it, but I don't think it was anything I loved, and I'll put it here for a second while I talk. I'm not a big fan of what they did with Winter Soldier. I think it's probably my biggest issue with the series. I think it was an okay arc, but just whenever you have a character that, like, for example, the stuff with him in Wakanda was awesome. That was really, really good. But then it's going to be hard to explain because I'm going to use an example of a show you haven't watched. But so when you have a character and they're kind of their thing is, I don't want to fight anymore, and I don't, I want to be boring. That's ultimately what it leads to is I want to be boring. It's not, and it makes sense in the real life of I just want a normal life. Sure, that's a fair.
Captain America a hot dog?
Yes, but anyway, like, I get that, and it's logical, but it's not exciting. As a counterpiece, in The Walking Dead, Carol is this just housewife that, through living through the zombie apocalypse, becomes a badass. Ends up killing all kinds of people. Like, just becoming one of their most efficient, ruthless killers to save their people. But there gets to be a point with her where it's weighing on her. And she's like, I really don't want to do this anymore. So she outcasts herself. And in her process of walking away, this other group of people rolls up on a truck while she's walking down the road. And she's this kind of, old lady with no, or not no hair, but real short hair. And, you'd see her and you don't think much of anything of her. And, it's these big, hey, what are you doing walking all alone? Come rolling along. And, and it's a great scene because two very different conversations are happening. Because they're like, want to kidnap her, basically. Probably do very terrible things to her. And then she's like crying. And she's like, please, I really don't want to do this. And they're like, hey, well, too bad. And she just, blah, 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 just kills them all. Like, and to me, like, that's how you not the only way, but like a good example of a character wanting to get out of it, but to write them in an interesting way. I think that do some stuff with her later that's not quite as good. But, yeah, with Bucky, I just felt like the entire time I wanted him to do some really cool stuff and we didn't get to see it.
We saw one cool thing. It was during the...
But he fought so many times, and I was like, please do something cool, and he just, over and over again, wasn't. And like I said, that's my biggest issue. I feel like Sam was fine. Whatever her name...
She was the weakest part.
I disagree. I think, still, for me, Bucky was. But Flag Smasher chick was okay.
Wait, no, wait, who are you talking about?
Flag Smasher.
Oh, Flag Smasher? No, she's cool. I thought you were talking about Sharon.
Sharon was okay. Yeah, I'd probably put her under Flag Smasher for sure. Bucky was my biggest problem. For me, and I'm okay with this. I know a lot of people have a lot of issues with this. I'm okay, again, because I understand that the MCU is a giant TV show. I think this isn't the end of Sharon Carter. I think this is a little morsel.
No, they showed us a new costume for her.
Yeah, so I think this is a little morsel, a little of what's going on here. And even if you're just watching a regular TV show, I feel like this could be something that would be fine for a season of a character to suddenly come back, but they're not who you think they are or whatever, but you get a little taste of that knowledge and then more fleshed out in the next season. We're not in the next season for her yet. You know what I mean? We will be getting more of her. Now, granted, if we're talking 10 years later and we can look back at it and be like, they actually never did anything with her, then I'd be more willing to be like, okay, well, that's weird, but I don't feel like this is an accurate time to be like, what they did with her was stupid, because I feel like all they did was give us little clues. And to judge something off little clues is, I think, pretty dumb. Like watching a trailer for a movie and be like, I don't like how it ended, you know? Like, what? Let me catch up on chat a little bit. Multiverse Madness is good. Or is S. Okay, cool. Disagree with the cat movies?
Who's disagreeing with the cat movies?
Wow. Logan didn't like any of the cat movies. He said they're snooze fest for him.
You're a snooze fest.
Agree, like,
Why did you say that?
Bush Winter Soldier, like he was a side. Okay, we're talking about Falcon and Winter Soldier with El Cava. Yeah, I agree. I think Winter Soldier's a really cool character that they did basically nothing with and set him up in a position to be boring. And I feel like that's kind of been his arc for a while now. And I was really excited at the beginning of Falcon and Winter Soldier when we got the stuff of him in Wakanda. Excellent. But now he doesn't do anything. That's not interesting. We're moving on. We talked about this really long. What is this?
Guardians 1.
Oh, that's Guardians 1. A or B? Where I'm thinking. I'm kind of thinking B. I like Guardians.
Yeah.
I think it's a fine movie. And this is where people are really going to fight me.
Yeah, S.
S tier, easy.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to put that behind Daredevil. I love the second Guardians
so
movie.
Good.
It is... It's just the best written... I almost said Star Wars. Best written Marvel movie as far as like character development and everything. And there's some really good stuff in Endgame and Infinity War and Civil War. But S tier, easy. Easy. Hawkeye.
There's this really good video on all the great stuff about Guardians 2, and I'm trying to find it.
It's incredible. I love Guardians 2. Recently rewatched it. I don't rewatch movies. I don't.
I want to say it's
on this list
by this YouTuber who's a million times bigger than us, called Lindsay Ellis. It's the complex feels of Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
I think I watched a good video, maybe by...
Which I want to say she doesn't even make videos anymore, which is a thing.
Oh, it's one of those film breakdown channels that, you know, do really long videos and everything, and really explore the writing and everything, and yeah, it's a fantastic movie. Hawkeye, though...
B, I really liked it. I didn't have really any problems. It just wasn't like the best thing in the world.
Yeah, kind of think it's same. B. I wouldn't be offended with it in A.
Probably I wouldn't mind it. We can put it in A later if you feel like it.
I'm trying to look. Like, do I like it more? Is it definitively better than any of these things? I don't think so.
No.
Have
you seen Hulk?
I have not, or I think I have, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember Hulk. So
just
put that in did not watch. Honestly, yeah.
That's fine.
Inhuman.
Now this is
our first
the easy F. Might be the only F. I think.
No, there's another F.
We'll get to it.
Up next.
No, I disagree.
You disagree with Iron Fist?
I think Iron Fist is way better than Inhumans.
You do?
Did you watch this?
No.
I tried, and I guess technically that means I could put it here, but I think I got through like 3 or 4 episodes, and I couldn't anymore. I finished all Iron Fist, and Iron Fist season 2 is a little bit better than season 1 actually. I can say I enjoyed Iron Fist season 2. The last 5 minutes were super stupid and kind of ruined the whole thing. But I enjoyed my ride through season 2 of Iron Fist. It could have been way better if they had somebody that could fight, but I feel like there were significant improvements in season 2. Iron Fist is F. I disagree. Just as a comparison, Inhumans is D? No way. I am not the type of person to stop watching something. Even when I don't like it, I power through. Now, granted, like, it might be a little different as far as like a show. Like, for example,
Did you power through Transformers Dinosaurs?
I did. I powered through. I thought about walking out of the theater for whatever that movie's called, Transformers. We have Dinobots now, and they're bitches. I thought about walking out on that movie, but I didn't. I sat through that movie, as boring as it was. With Walking Dead, I eventually, after like 7 seasons, stopped watching. But that's like a continuous effort. With Inhumans, it was like whatever, 8 episodes, 10 episodes, something like that. And I couldn't get past like 4, I think. It was so miserable to watch. Iron Fist I watched all of. I had a lot of problems with it. A lot of problems with it. It does make me want to put Ultron in the C tier, but I'll think about it. Giant doggo, that is not enough. I will say, we'll say some nice things about Inhumans. I think they screwed over some good actors by hiring them. That's all I got. It looks terrible. It's not a good plot line, which is our corrupt kingdom is being overthrown. Is not a, you don't want to really, vote for the or root for the Inhuman king when early in the show you're set up with, they're going through you're putting people through Terrigenesis, and there's like a committee there watching you when you exit Terrigenesis. Did you get a cool power? Cool, you get to live up here. You got a shit power? To the mines with you. Like, you can't root for them. All 3 Iron Man movies are, well, we're not there yet. We are not there yet. And also, there's a lot. You said we need some support for Tony. Because here's the thing. I'm not putting Civil War in S tier because of Cap. I think some of Robert Downey Jr.'s best performances are in Civil War.
Yeah.
Also has some really solid performances in Endgame, and some really, really solid ones in Infinity War. But yeah, anyway, let's continue. So yeah,
Iron Man 1.
Now on Iron Man 1. I feel like this is an easy A tier.
Yeah.
Like, the ending is a little weak, but I also don't think it's that bad with Ironmonger. I always want to say Killmonger. I think Ironmonger's okay. But like the rest of the movie's really, really good. The effects, some things could be better, sure. But like, for a movie that's from 2008, hold up really. Think about Iron Man 1 versus Hulk.
Yeah.
Like the effects really hold up.
Although it is easier to make not organic things in CG.
Yeah, no, I get that. But I'm just saying, like it still looks like a good movie if you watch it right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said, there's some stuff that is a little more iffy, but like it looks really solid still. And I think in another 10 years, it's still gonna look really solid just because it's good. Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. kills it. Gwyneth Paltrow kills it. God, get away, stupid little things. Happy. Favreau directing the movie, but also in the movie. Weak link, actually, Terrence Howard. I need to show you that video later.
Oh.
Which he's okay. He's fine in the movie. I found out recently he's insane. But anyway, moving on. Iron Man 2.
I like the movie.
B tier. Oh, I'll put him in an exit. I think there's some stuff in here that does not get appreciated. The race car scene is amazing.
It's really good.
It is a great scene. Are there
People
problems?
always complain
Yes.
about big CG battles, but when they're fun, I feel like it's okay.
I think Mickey Rourke gets unjustly hated. I think, and granted, yes, you have to take the movie for what it is, not what it could have been. But to me, it looks like he recorded a lot of stuff to flesh out his character, and a lot of it got chopped out. Because this is pre-Marvel giving a damn about their villains. They're like, look, we just need you to chop a race car in half, okay? I think he really tried. Mickey Rourke is a great actor. And I think he was really trying to elevate this into a much better character. I think if they listened to him more back then, like, this would be an easy S-tier movie. Honestly. I think it would have been Marvel's first... Because that's the thing, like, for a long time until, like, Thanos, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone was like, Marvel has a villain problem.
Well, Black Panther.
Well, I meant to say Infinity War.
Black Panther was still.
I meant to. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. Anyway, you know what I mean. But for a long time, for like 10 years, they're like, well, you know, the villains kind of suck. Actually, I think Mickey Rourke could have made their first incredible villain if they cared to listen to him. That being said, I know that what we are given in the movie has lots of issues. I also, secondary villain, Justin Hammer, fantastic.
A lot of energy
like,
on screen.
Actually perfect. There is not a part, and I hate him. I want to punch him in the face. But that's exactly how he's played and supposed to be. He's just perfect. Like, every scene that he's in is exactly how it should be. And you cannot strip that away. I don't even care. And that's the thing, like, any of these movies, all the movies have problems. Even the stuff in the S tier has problems. But it's about, you know, weighing, well, how much does this part lift it up? How much does this part pull it down? And you can't say that the incredible racetrack scene doesn't do something. You can't say that Justin Hammer doesn't do something. You can't say that Tony hiding his feelings and you know, this is everyone says that, like, Iron Man 3 is, you know, he's going through PTSD and whatever. That all starts in Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 is the aftermath of Avengers, and
it's not. It's before. Iron Man 2 is the.
Oh crap! You're right, Tony. Well, I guess it's the aftermath of. You're right.
No. Iron Man 3 is the aftermath.
Iron Man 3 is after
Avengers.
Avengers.
Is
You're right.
the second movie after Avengers.
I was mixing some things up. But Iron Man 2 is the setup to Tony not being able to deal with not being in control. Which I guess technically you could say that part with Iron Man 1. That's why he builds himself a war suit to fly around the world and beat up bad guys. But Iron Man 1 is like, it's very much a positive thing, and then we start slipping down. Where you have a nice little peak.
Iron Man 3 and B.
Huh? This is 3?
Yeah. Which...
Is this 2?
Yeah.
Oh,
which I agree with.
Hold on. We're not there yet. This list was all out of order when I grabbed it. And I organized it a little bit, but I missed some things, clearly. Let's catch them on chat. Quick draw. What's going on? Inhumans way better. Wait. And the show is gifted. What does that mean? Are you just saying Inhumans as like a property is better than the show? I'd agree.
What's gifted?
I don't know. I'm confused.
It's not on this list, so it doesn't matter.
That suitcase. Oh yeah, the suitcase was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some really, really sick stuff in Iron Man 2, and I agree it is a problematic movie, or has problems in it rather. but make it sound like Iron Man's a racist or something. But there's problems in the movie,
He says
but
a slur.
I think it is a solid B tier movie.
Only problem with Iron Man 2, he talks highly of
Yeah,
Elon
because like,
Musk.
are you telling me you wouldn't rather watch Iron Man 2 over Miss Marvel or Black Widow or the Avengers?
You said Miss Marvel's Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel. God, I'm always gonna say those wrong.
Hello.
And Ant-Man, yeah, Ant-Man 2's way better than those movies. I meant the show Runaways. Oh, is that not on here? Runaways is a good
It's not on the
show.
list. It doesn't matter.
Runaways is a good show, but yeah, it's not on the list. Oh, no, it's right. That's Runaways, yeah.
Yeah, Runaways is on there, but Gifted's not.
Oh, Gifted is a show?
Gifted's an X-Men show, apparently.
No, he says he couldn't remember the name. Wait, so let me reread.
No, I'm talking to somebody else. I'm not talking to anyone. Well, I guess they
Inhumans
are in
way
the chat,
better
I suppose.
than. No!
Also, Jake, I didn't see your Discord message until.
No, Inhumans
yesterday.
is awful.
By the way.
Runaways was a fine show. I enjoy. Well,
I don't-
in
it
all
didn't give me a notification
transparency,
on the computer for whatever reason. I don't know.
I did not watch season 2. That's not because I didn't want to. I didn't get around to it. Like I haven't watched Punisher season 2 either.
In the middle of the stream. Get out of here. Gifted doesn't count. You hear me, Jake? It doesn't count.
What? That wasn't him.
No, it wasn't him that left the comment, but he called me to tell me what Gifted was.
Is that what that was about?
That's what that was
All right.
about.
Anyway, I've never heard of the show The Gifted.
I've not heard of it.
I've never heard of it. Anyway,
No, that's.
it sounds like
I've heard of it. I just haven't seen it.
a parody show, like something that would be in The Boys or something. Anyway, where were we at? What was the last thing we did? Iron Man 2.
Yeah,
So we're moving on to Iron Man 3. And
we'll
we'll get to the Runaways, but anyway, Inhumans is awful.
I know your feelings toward Iron Man 3. I love Iron Man 3. Put it in B.
I disagree.
B. It has. I'm gonna make the same.
We can
argument
fight.
you made
I'm gonna
for
sit
Iron
here.
Man 2.
We're
It
gonna sit-
has so many good moments. I think does his PTSD really well.
I disagree.
You disagree?
I think I don't know how to explain it exactly. I think in some aspects they do. I'll give you that. But I don't know. It feels a little forced to me in certain ways. Let me read this comment. All right. Couldn't finish Runaways. Watched first couple episodes and was like, not for me. I thought Runaways was fine. I didn't love it. We'll get to Runaways.
It makes
Remember Iron Man 3.
perfect sense for me for after the events of Avengers for Iron Man to be like, oh my God, there's things from other dimensions and space that could just completely wipe out Earth in an afternoon if they felt like it.
Yeah.
And I could barely do anything about it. What do I do about that? Time to freak out.
Yeah.
And whenever it's brought up, then that whole cycle of thinking about that happens to him again. And he's like, okay, now I can't breathe. I gotta sit down. This ain't good. And that happens, throughout the movie.
Okay, so I'd have to go back and rewatch it.
Yes.
Because I've watched it, I think, just once. I was very upset. I think a big problem that I had with it was that it wasn't as... That's what it was. So it wasn't as tied in to his alcoholism.
Yeah, they didn't... Apparently there's supposed to be a scene in Iron Man 2 that did a little bit more of that. They just went fully, no alcoholism in the MCU.
Yes. Which this is... And this is probably the only time I'll be like... Disney ruining Marvel, you know what I mean? I think, especially as an arc, again, carrying this over from Iron Man 2 to Avengers to this, specifically Iron Man 2, he's an alcoholic.
I feel like in the MCU, his alcoholism is making Iron Man suits. And his way of kind of getting over that is throughout this movie. And so that's why he blows them all up. But he relapses and makes even more. Well, kind of. He kind of relapses in Civil War. Not Civil War, Ultron. Because he's like, I can't be everywhere, you know? I'm going to make a robot AI that can be everywhere, though. So I don't have to.
Yeah.
So that's him still struggling with these feelings that he's been dealing with since the first Avengers. And trying, okay, if I can put a suit of armor around the world, then I can feel better, you know? But then he makes Ultron, and then that causes even more problems. He feels bad about that, so he's like, okay, so obviously the answer is the Sokovia Accords. This is such a pivotal moment for him and his arc.
I don't disagree with that. I just feel like it could have been done better.
I don't disagree with that. I just think it was done good.
I think it was done okay. I think there's parts of it, like I think the scene where he is at a dinner or whatever, and like he first, goes to a suit that's parked out next to the cars. Hilarious, by the way. Great way to take a serious moment and add a little bit of comedy into it, but not in a overtly distracting way. I'll give you that. That is a great scene. And then he gets in the suit and he, I almost said Friday. Jarvis. Jarvis, check my systems, what's going on or whatever. And Jarvis is like, you're fine. You're just stressed, man. my Jarvis sounded more like Rick. But anyway, yeah, that's a great scene. I really like that. I like the arrogant, here's my address, which is it's fine. I think there's problems with it. It's
super weak.
Yeah, hold on.
That is the biggest.
I'm trying to talk positively about this movie real quick before I really get at it. What was that? Here's my address. Whatever, come fight me, Iron Man, and I fought Thanos. Not Thanos. Who'd I fight?
Aliens.
I fought aliens. I was trying to think. I was like, I fought a god too. He threw me out of a building, but I fought a god.
He's kind of an alien.
Who?
Loki.
Oh, Loki. Yeah, I guess technically anything not from Earth is alien. But anyway, and then then they
Is he from space?
Yeah. Then they blew up his house. Cinematically, great scene. I love when he throwing the armor on the Pepper and stuff.
Great scene. Your Jarvis sounded like he's been through a lot.
Yeah. He has.
He had to fight Ultron.
Yeah.
This is him moments after fighting Ultron. He's like, oh.
Iron Man is amazing. At least B? No.
I want to put it in B.
Most watched Iron Man movie. Wow. Okay, and then I'm caught up. Well, we're continuing. It's not in a set place yet.
I think I'm more okay with them butchering the Mandarin in this because they gave us such a really good one in
Nope.
Shang-Chi.
Hold up. So, here's the thing. With the Mandarin, let me finish talking nicely about it. So, throwing armor on Pepper, building explodes, and it is a dumb moment. Like, it was a dumb thing for Tony to do, but I think that's fine. It makes sense in the story. I know I've heard people complain, why would you do that? Because he's not well.
He's not well, and he wants to make sure the one person he cares about is well.
No. Like, why would he declare his address and everything? Also, first of all, a little bit of dumb writing, because they could just find out where he lives. It's not that hard. He has a giant building on the side of a cliff. Who else owns that building? Like, I'm pretty sure you can probably figure out where he lives, if you have the right resources. I don't think that was like, we were just waiting. He's going to say his address on TV one day, But, great scene. What else do I like about that movie? The ending where all our armors come in. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say a great scene, but it's a lot of fun. That might be the end of what I have nice to say. Alright, on to the bad. Mandarin. I think, and this is one of those things where I try not to be upset about when people say, not what I expected in the movie, so therefore I'm happy. Or also, that's not how it was in the comics, so blah blah blah, it's bad. I try to really stray away from those. I understand this is an adaptation and blah blah blah, this that whatever.
I disagree, Gabe Hart. There are definitely any scene with Killian in it is not good.
What did he say? I can't see half the chat. My speakers in the way.
He said, I love how Marco literally names off every scene in the movie as positives and then wants to go into negatives. There's nothing left.
No. Yeah, there's a lot.
Anything with Killian's bad.
No. Yeah, you're just remembering the good parts, and forgetting the bad parts. So, Mandarin though, in the trailers, I thought I was so hyped. I was unbelievable. Again, huge Iron Man fan for years. Before the movies, I loved Iron Man. Once the movies hit, I was like, this is sick, I understood that they probably weren't going to do the Mandarin in the original way from the comics, because yes, it's just an Asian stereotype. I get that. I think adapting it in a modern, and especially at that time, a modern terrorist story, which might sound a little insensitive, but I think made sense. And obviously people were down for it, because everyone was excited for when just watching the trailers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, and that's the thing, the Mandarin in those trailers was terrifying. Like he was. And then they just laughed it off, like it was just, and I could have maybe forgiven it for teasing what looked like was going to be one of the most intense, like, again, that was probably going to be our first really good villain, right?
Because if they stayed the same, he probably would have just been, I'm evil because I'm evil.
But he would have been, but like, to move forward a little bit, but without getting to it too much, Killian was lame.
Killian was lame. And his motivations were lame too.
Chitauri, kind of lame. I know Loki's technically the villain, but he's also kind of not.
If anything, Loki might be the first good villain.
Yes, but in an endearing way. Like, this would have been...
Because even in Avengers, he wasn't even, like, a redeemable villain. He was just straight up a villain.
Yeah. But again, like...
Dude's eye out.
But people liked him for his charisma.
Yeah.
We weren't scared. If anything, that's probably the scariest villain was the Destroyer.
At that point, or just the total?
Like, just moving up, you know what I mean? Because, like what was scary about the Destroyer was, like, he was like a Terminator, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just this unstopping...
Although, I watched that movie recently, and... I don't know, he shows up at the beginning of the movie, kills some frost giants, and then we see him at the end of the movie. He backhands Thor after, like, running through a couple of cars, and then Thor, like, basically kills him instantly.
Yeah, but anyway, we're not on Thor yet. But anyway, but just, like, I'm trying to think, like, Ironmonger, not really scary. Whiplash, I wouldn't really say, like, super scary, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the scariest part was when he had him on the racetrack and he didn't have a suit. That was scary. Because the huge power differential at that point.
Was gonna nuke America.
Yeah, but he's goofy looking. Like, what are you gonna do with your red face? Anyway, Winter Soldier, I'll give you a scary. But, like, in a different way. Like, this... And especially, I think part of it was also tapping into the American fear. You know what I mean? Especially, again, at the time. I think he was set up in that context to be a terrifying villain. And it was thrown away for a laugh, and we got maybe the lamest villain we've ever got, you know, or at least one of them. Like, he is, if we were making a character tier list, or a villain tier list at least, he'd be he'd probably be F tier. You know? The story is muddled, and as we come to find out years later, the female that was working on the plant science stuff was actually meant to be the villain, but again, at that time they were like, well, we can't have a female villain. So they left part of her story in confusingly. Should have just replaced her entirely. And they're like, oh, we'll just throw this guy in here and whatever. He'll be the villain. Man can be villain. Guy. Isn't his name Guy? Or am I wrong?
Aldrich Killian?
Oh, never mind. I don't know what I'm thinking. Is that the actor's name? I don't know. Anyway.
Guy Fieri?
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so Mandarin sucks because, like, of the just huge letdown. I think the kid's whatever.
See, because if you're going to take outside influence like that into effect, then Black Widow should be lower, you know? Because throughout the entire time I was watching it, the first time, because I did rewatch it, I just felt this, like, man, this should have been released 5 years ago feeling. I just had that entire feeling that entire
I disagree with that. Okay, so you're saying that should have came out and we would not see Elena again until Hawkeye?
I understand that.
It's not a Natasha movie. And that's what no one recognizes.
I don't know.
That's a completely different argument than they did some rewriting on this script and muddied the villain and gave us a worse villain.
I still think Iron Man 3 should be B tier.
I think
we spent too much time on this one as well.
Well, we can power through some other ones. We powered through some of them. Extremis sucked. Extremis is so cool in the comics, and it sucked in here.
I don't know what it does in the comics.
It's not an exploding bomb that gives you fire breathing. The fire breathing was so lame.
Yeah,
that was awful. God, he just hams it up in the worst way possible. It's so bad. If it wasn't for all the flying Iron Man armor around, the whole ending of that movie would suck. Anything else happening in chat? Grew back in armor. Wait, what are we talking about? Come Lizard Man. Yeah, Yelena would have came after Clint a lot sooner. I mean, theoretically,
no, because Black Widow wouldn't have been dead yet.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. But she probably. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I think there's too many negatives. Like, I think there are some really good parts to that movie, but I think there's some really bad parts to that movie as well. Like, atrociously bad parts to that movie that weigh all the good stuff down to a nice middle C tier. And that's me being generous. Because I will give you there's some really good parts to Iron Man 3.
I still really like Iron Man 3.
I think there's... And I'll give you... I liked... Ooh, that other guy. Another guy I want to punch in the face. That senator guy, or I think he's a senator, I don't remember. That ends up being a Hydra guy. I think he's the first guy that we ever heard, Hail Hydra from. And like, secretively,
You seen that movie?
Yeah. Because, like, remember when they're at court?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he showed up in a lot of...
And he
rewatched Thor, he's in that.
He went over to Sitwell, wasn't it? I think that's his name. Bald guy?
No, Sitwell is the Hydra guy. Who are you talking about?
No,
I'm talking about the dude who kind of looks like Ted Cruz.
Sure.
And, like...
Wait. I don't know.
He looks old and senator-y.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate him, but like it's good. It's a good hate.
He's meant to be hated.
And his part's very minimal, so like I don't think that brings the movie up any. Sitwell's fine. I'm fine with him. Was that this movie with the first time we hear Doctor Strange?
No, that is Winter Soldier.
That is Winter Soldier. That's right, because that's right. Yeah,
Stephen Strange.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. I was like, I know he's in this movie. Why would he say Stephen Strange's name? I was trying to remember the scene.
Yeah.
Anyway.
On to Jessica Jones.
All right. And you have watched how much of this? Just season 1?
Season.
I'll give you this. Season 1 is the best season.
It's really good.
I like the other
based
seasons.
Based on season 1, I'd say at least B. Maybe even A.
I
just season 1.
think A tier's fine.
Oh, this is gonna get some. War Machine becomes Iron Patriot for one movie. No. He's Iron Patriot in Endgame.
Yes, he is. And as far as for reasons, that's because
he's a propaganda machine.
Tony is slipping up, and the government's like, "Hey, we need a better image for this. Tony's not looking good. You know, we think you can do a good job." You know, they're whispering sweet nothings into his ear, and he goes through a rebranding because, again, for America. So it's fine. JJ should be S. I don't think so.
I haven't seen the rest of it. I can't judge it.
I think season 1 is its best season. Which, if we were doing if there was only one season of Jessica Jones,
S.
Probably S. I think season 2 and 3 weigh it down a little bit into A tier. Like, you know, we're just saying it's not perfect, okay? And not close to perfect either.
Now, this is going to get some people mad, this next one.
But anyway, because, like, I would not say Jessica Jones is as good as Daredevil.
Yeah. Even as good as that first season is, it's not as good.
I would probably say season 1 of Jessica Jones is probably better than season 1 of Daredevil. But it's probably not as good as season 3 of Daredevil. And season 2 and 3 of Jessica Jones, I really like it. But it just doesn't weigh up. What is this?
Logan.
Oh, Logan.
This is going to get some people mad.
This is the one we're going to be fighting people with. Well, just because it's a panel by panel recreation from the and again, we're weighing all 3 seasons. But anyway, so moving on to Logan. Where do you think? Where do you think?
I hate it less than you. See,
I was thinking so. I think D. You know what? Hold on. Let me think about it. Let me reevaluate.
We're gonna lose subscribers.
Let me reevaluate.
Oh, Gabehart agrees with you.
Yeah, Logan is F. I'm kind of thinking about it, because the more I think about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I hate so much about this movie. This, I will say, was my biggest cinema disappointment. And when I say that, I mean like going to the movie theater. As far as like, you know, I went to see Age of Ultron and wasn't super excited about the way it came out.
Went to see Age of Extinction.
Went to see the Age of Extinction. I was pretty thoroughly irritated with that movie. I was upset that I actually dozed off during Age of Extinction. I don't want to pay money
for a nap.
For a nap. But I was pretty upset with Logan.
That's you, Gabehart.
Yeah, Gabehart. I was trying to figure out how I want to say that. I was gonna go the route of.
You didn't
also, I
ban
didn't
Jedi
like.
farce.
I was gonna say also I didn't like this movie. Hugh Jackman should. No, I disagree with that. My issues with this have nothing to do with Hugh Jackman, other than X-24, I guess. But, I think the writing in Logan is abysmal. I think it is truly awful. I think they just wanted to say fuck a bunch.
And show some gore.
And show some gore. Oh, God. Y'all really want me to break this down? Because I hate this movie. I want a gritty beast movie. The Frasier actor?
Called Hank?
I'm confused. I don't know.
Hank?
I'm lost on that. Also, I haven't watched Frasier, so that could be part of the confusion. And I'm not super worried about him not being Canadian or short or whatever. That's not my big issue. I think Hugh Jackman's great as Wolverine. So let's see. One of my most hated, and I remember being so mad at the theater as soon as I saw this early on in the movie. When the hospital lady, I don't know what she is, but the lady that's asking for Wolverine's help has a fully edited video on her phone showing, what they're doing to the children and testing on the mutants and everything. You see that a lot in movies, but that I think was the most egregious case I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Had a full voiceover recorded on top of it. And she was on the run. She was on the run. She didn't have much time. The scene, how it was set up, was I filmed some stuff and now I'm in trouble. But I guess while I'm at this hotel, I'm gonna pop open Windows Movie Maker.
I think it's really goofy when movies are showing you film footage.
Yeah.
Security camera footage of a character. And it's just the last couple scenes we just saw.
Well, and here's the thing. Funny. All the shots, it was like a documentary. All the shots of filming in this super secret place where they're doing a bunch of illegal stuff with your phone, she's just out and about, in front of all these other people. There is no way she's hiding this. Unless you show me a scene where she's got a camera hidden under her trench coat or something, and there's one button opened so it can peer through or something, we didn't get none of that. I'm expected to believe she was just holding her phone out. Look at this. They're ripping this kid's arm off, They're like, should we be quiet while you're filming? No, I'm gonna record a voiceover later for it. Don't worry about it. God, that irritates me to no end. There's stupid little things. Even it shouldn't bother me, but it does. As a little piece to add to this mountain of issues. There's a scene early in the movie, because he's a limo driver or something, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't remember, but anyway. So, and they're trying to steal his hubcaps. And he says something like, they're chrome, all you're going to do is tear them up or something. I can't remember, but he implies that they won't come off with the tools that they're using. Or so I can't remember the exact dialogue. And then the bad guys in the movie later track him down by having the lug nuts on the ground, and they're able to track that to the car or something. Or track his job or something. You literally told me they aren't coming off, and then use it as a plot device that they came off. That is insane. Just cut the line out of the movie. Just have him walk out of the car and slice the people up. God, would have been better. Is it nice to finally see Wolverine cut through some people? Sure. Whatever. Yeah. God. I thought Patrick Stewart was pretty bad. I feel like and not necessarily his fault. I felt like they gave him the script and 50% of it was the word fuck. It didn't... I'd be more okay with, if Wolverine's saying fuck a lot. I feel like that's more in character. But for Xavier, I feel like it needs to be, a point of emphasis. And not every sentence can be a point of emphasis. God, the whole villain was, first of all, lame, convoluted. X-24 sucks. I will give you this. Incredible visual effects. When he's walking down the stairs, they have to do a head replacement because it's Hugh Jackman walking past Hugh Jackman. And a de-aged Hugh Jackman at that. Incredible visual effects. It looks great. Oh, no. I gotta get to the whole farm scene. Oh. They're being hunted by mercenary type people. What are they called?
The Ravagers.
The Ravagers. They're being hunted by the Ravagers. They know this. I gotta get an X-23 as well. I just hate everything about this movie. I really do. They're being hunted by the Ravagers, and they're like, oh, these nice people that we ran into, they're offering us a place to stay. Well, we really shouldn't, because we're being hunted by people that want to kill us. And then Xavier just says, but I'd like to lay in a bed. Well, dang, I guess you got a good point there. And they go murder this family. It's not it's not X-24. They brought a murderer. Or they didn't know X-24 was coming. Sure, I'll give you that. But they knew the place was going to get shot up or bombed. It's literally, and we haven't gotten to this yet, a plot point stolen from Wolverine Origins, where he murders the old couple. Because he shouldn't have been. I would argue it was better in Wolverine Origins. Because at least at that point, there is a bit of reason to believe he may have ditched them. A little bit. Which is more to say than this movie. So anyway, then comes X-24 that walks upstairs, sits next to a nearly asleep Xavier, except for he's having some troubling thoughts. So he talks about, has this really heartfelt moment. Oh, Wolverine, I killed all the X-Men students with my big dumb dementia brain. And it just sucks living with this pain and guilt that, by the way, and again, I don't try to do this very often, but they took that pain and guilt from Wolverine. Is a big part of him in the comics. He kills all the X-Men in the comics, which Wolverine is a character of living with pain because he can't die. So he has to live with this constant regret of things that he does. And that is the biggest problem that he's ever had. Right?
Yeah.
He's never done anything worse than that. And they stole that moment from him to give to Xavier, which could have maybe worked if it wasn't for a jump scare. They took the moment away and made it a jump scare. Because this mindless killing machine was sitting there listening to this story, being polite, and then stabs him when the story's over. It makes zero sense. And it's not one of those, when you think about it afterwards, actually, the moment I watched it in the movie, and, at first, you see him get stabbed, you're like, Wolverine, what are you doing? And then you realize, as soon the moment you realize it's not Wolverine, you're like, then why the hell was he sitting there listening to him? It's so infuriating. X-23, and then we'll get off this subject. Why did she not speak? And only speak Spanish? If she didn't speak, if she was nervous and didn't want to talk at all, fine. But the trope of, they speak Spanish, but oh, guess what? I actually speak English, is so lame and cliche. And also, X-23 looked terrible. Had the exact same vibes of, what's that zombie movie with Brad Pitt? World War Z. Where in literally like the same chase scene, you see actors running at a normal human pace, and then it cuts into CGI zombies running at hyena speeds, and then it'll cut back to humans running, like jogging briskly. And the same thing with X-23, of just a character moving fast still has to move realistically and not turn into a liquid that can just, like, God, she looked awful. And her character was awful. And also, the whole plot is, we gotta get to Canada so that the mercenaries can't get us. Come on, y'all. F tier.
I'm okay with that.
I don't like anything about this movie. Other than him running through the forest. That was cool. When he pumps himself up with the whatever it was. Like that scene. That was a lot of fun. I think that's the only thing. Alright. I've been ignoring chat. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, the comic book thing. Yeah, that wasn't the worst thing with that movie. All right, moving on. Loki. Whoops.
Let's talk positive again.
Yeah.
Bring that to A tier. Maybe S. It's pretty good.
I don't think it's S tier.
I'm okay with A tier.
I think as far as like problems, and I'm not trying to talk negative. Oh god, I'm not trying to talk negatively on Loki. I'm just trying to be like, here's reasons I wouldn't put it in S tier. I think that scene where like the buildings are falling over,
Yeah,
is, you know, like, and I get it as a TV show, limited budget, but I feel like they kind of bit off more than they could chew, and it didn't look that great.
Buildings falling over.
Like, remember when like he does the magic to stop it, which also is never used again. I feel like the inconsistency of Loki's strength, of where he's just fighting regular people and struggling. And I get, you know, I know he's not as strong as Thor, but like he's still pretty strong, you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really good things about Loki, but I think there's a few things where it's like, yeah, it's kind of weak. Also, open the multiverse. I mean, yeah, that's significant. I mean, that's like I said with Avengers. Like, I get this is a culturally huge, significant movie, but it's a C tier movie. If they had a better director, that could have been a lot better. And there's really cool parts to it, whatever. But anyway, I think A tier's fine for Loki. Luke Cage. Oh, unfortunately, we got to rate this as
a whole
season 1 and season 2. Have you watched season 1 and 2?
I've not watched season 2. I've watched season 1. And
Season 2's bad.
1, C.
Season 2's bad.
I love the first half
but
of season 1 so much.
The first half is so good.
Yeah.
I can't drag it down that far.
To C?
To D.
Oh, yeah,
I can't drag it down to D.
I'm okay with C for it.
Yeah. And I think this is kind of a generous thing. It's like, we recognize you for your achievements, you know? Because, like, I feel like the first half of season... Honestly, like, if I could just take the first half of season 1...
That's a good point for Loki. It's the only 6-episode series that doesn't feel like it needed more. It felt like a complete season.
Loki is the only one to me that... I'll get this out of the way a little bit. Marvel struggles with TV. As far as, like, Disney Plus. They're thinking, and it's pretty clear, they're thinking of it as a big movie. And, like, for example, I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because it's a TV show and it's written to be as a TV show. You know, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, written to be a TV show, formatted as a TV show. Excuse me. There's a big difference in writing, because you have to write each episode with a beginning, middle, end. And, you know, the cliche thing, you know, but you have to have the end of each episode end with a cliffhanger. You don't want... basically, at the end of every TV show, or TV episode of any kind, you need to be, oh my god, I need the next episode, you know? Whether you have to wait a week for it, or whether you know, you're binging it and you go to the next one immediately. The signs of a good TV show, like if you haven't watched something, or if it's a Netflix thing and you're binging it, like me and Leah when we were watching the Netflix stuff, and you would all come out, and we got to go to work the next day, you know. But you'd end on a show, and you say, this is the last one. But then it ends, and you gotta know what happens next. It's like, I can't end right there. Like, something crazy just happened. I gotta see how that resolves. And then it happens again. And you say that was the last one, but you watch 3 more hour-long episodes. You know? That's a TV show. Like, The Boys is a great example of that. Like,
Miss Marvel did a pretty good job with its cliffhangers. Well, except the first episode where she's just like, I got powers. But then after that, it's like, it's pretty consistent.
I feel like they still struggle in that regard. I think it's very clear that they're thinking of it as like one giant chunk. And they could do... I think they have a lot of room to grow as a TV show. But Loki, I will say, and especially with the ending, I think that helps a lot. Like the ending definitely feels like we're not done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a really strong ending. Probably the strongest ending of any Disney Plus show.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway,
Moon
on to Moon Knight.
A tier.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Mega S tier.
I really liked it. I didn't absolutely love it. There's things that, you know, I don't know. I think they need to have longer seasons, like more episodes. I think longer episodes would be good. I liked it.
Morbius. Marco, we need to make a Morbius tier. Quick, make a Morbius tier.
Bang. Okay. No, we didn't watch it, to be fair. I mean, it's so... Get back over it. It's because we really didn't want to, because of how boring we've heard it is, but...
Originally, I did want to watch it, because I was like, oh, I heard it's bad. I like bad movies, you know? But then I heard it's boring bad. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I can sit through that.
Oh.
Miss Marvel?
Miss Marvel?
B. Solid B.
Let me think about it.
B or A.
I've really enjoyed Miss Marvel.
Yeah, me too.
I think this had the best side characters of anything, which is not something you typically pay attention to.
Even though WandaVision had Jimmy Woo, which would punch every single one of these side characters.
I feel like every side character was fleshed out. I feel like I know the character of even her brother's wife.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like I know how she is. And she was barely in it, you know? I do think there's some really kind of wonky structure to the writing. I think the episode where the Red Daggers get introduced is the worst one.
Yeah.
And has some really cheesy writing in it. And there's a degree of cheesiness to this whole series, which is okay.
I love a good amount of cheese.
Yeah, like it's...
I'm gonna make
fine.
Cheeseburgers after this.
The first episode where what's her name gets smacked with the hammer, I literally thought was a dream sequence, and then it turned out to be real. I was like, oh my god,
yeah, no.
that whole thing was real. Interesting.
That one was a bit.
That was a little over the top.
Much. I was worried about the show when that happened because it was really good up until that point. I was like, oh god, is it gonna be like this?
What was I gonna say? The first 2 episodes are insane with their visual effects and stylization.
Yeah,
and not even just not even just with the graffiti on the walls and stuff, but like the camera works are feel so much more thought out. And then it kind of dies down, and it kind of makes sense for the story a little bit, because she's
no longer daydreaming; she's living it.
She starts living it, but also starts dealing with the stress of it. So I see how that dampers her creativity, and you get a little bit more of it back in that last episode. But
it'd be kind of funny, but also kind of sad, Marco. So I finished reading Miss Marvel recently, the first run, and the way
the inventor, the cockatoo man.
The way the book ends is Secret Wars happens, and the universe ends.
That's probably going to more or less happen in the Marvels.
So, it would be kind of funny if the first time she meets Miss Marvel is when the universe ends. I don't think it is. I think she's definitely going to meet Miss Marvel in the Marvels.
Yeah.
But still.
Episode 5, the what are they called? The Clandestine were pretty bad. They weren't good villains at all.
Yeah.
That felt super rushed. And again, if they could have just had another 2 episodes, they probably could have fleshed that out better. the ending's kind of whatever. The end credit scene, pretty good. I like the way that sets it up for the Marvels.
Not a big egg guy, but grilled cheese. It's good.
What?
Game
Oh, ooh, that sounds delicious.
Hurry up, Marcus, so we can eat.
Okay, what do we say, B tier?
I'm okay with B tier. Runaways, I haven't seen it.
Runaways, I'll give it a C tier. What's going on right now?
It's adding on to the C tier, so you just want to... Yeah, there you go. Shang-Chi.
I really like Shang-Chi.
Yeah, me too. A?
It's at least A. I wouldn't be upset if it's an S.
Yeah.
Let me think about it.
What are the weakest part?
I don't mind the big dragons and stuff. It's not the best ending, but I think the way that like it ends with Win Wu, and
the way
and
it
him
ends with Win Wu is fantastic.
is great. I think it's a funny movie.
Funny.
I think it's got
great emotional beats.
Good, yeah, really, really, really good, awesome emotional beats, and then
fantastic,
just the best action of the MCU.
Yeah, best choreographed action.
Better than Winter Soldier. I'm thinking S. Like,
I'm okay with S.
Yeah. I'm thinking S.
S tier.
I love Shang-Chi. It is
really
a great movie, and that's what kills me about people saying that Phase 4 has been awful.
Yeah.
Worst phase of. And
how many Phase 4s we got in S tier? Two.
And again,
how many we got in our A tier?
I completely understand. Underagree. I completely understand that Multiverse of Madness is not a movie for everybody.
Yeah. It's a movie for Sam Raimi fans and Doctor Strange fans.
Well, just I think, like, if you're a horror fan, like a good horror fan, that you'll enjoy this movie. And yes, that movie has problems too, but like Shang-Chi is incredible. It is just a fantastic movie. Yeah, it's just great. What's that?
The Spider-Man, first Spider-Man.
Homecoming. Oh, first Spider-Man?
Homecoming.
Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man. B?
Yeah, I'm okay with B.
I
enjoy it.
I think the best parts of this movie come from the relationship between him and Tony.
Yeah.
And like, I love that scene after the boat gets split apart and Iron Man saves the day, and then he's like, "You're not even in the suit," and then he pops out. Oh, such a good scene. Give me the suit.
That one's been mean to hell, too.
I'm not wearing any clothes in it. Give me the suit. But yeah, the rest of the movie's fine. You know, like Spider-Man, the second Spider-Man.
B as well.
Oh, also, actually, the first movie, Vulture's really good.
Yeah,
Vulture's a really good villain. Who's this one? Why am I blanking out?
Far From Home.
Who is this? What's in this movie?
Mysterio.
Mysterio.
I'm thinking B.
I'm trying to think. I think I like this movie less.
Yeah, but not less, like C tier less.
I think story is probably better in this, but there's a lot of cool visuals in Far From Home.
Yeah.
So I think that probably bumps it up a bit. And then we'll get into
No Way Home.
No Way Home, which I kind of also feel like B.
Yeah. I think I like it better than the other Spider-Man movies, but not so much more that it's A tier. You know?
I feel like
I like Hawkeye, I think, more than the other Spider-Man movies, but I don't think it's A tier either. You know what I mean?
This was fun. I think a lot of people rate this so highly, and that's what kills me.
Because of nostalgia?
Phase 4 is awful except for Spider-Man. Everyone wants to put Spider-Man in S tier. But it's literally just people tripping on nostalgia. By the way, I did this the other day. I don't know if you noticed.
Willem Dafoe is fantastic.
Oh, no, he's great.
Every scene he's in, he steals.
He should have been in more scenes, honestly. But anyway, check out my mouse. You see it there? It's white.
Yeah.
It's black now.
Oh.
I figured out how to do that the other day, and it's so nice. It is so nice. Anyway, But yeah, I feel like people put so much nostalgia points on this, and they do that on everything, honestly.
Yeah.
And it kills me, because they'll just straight up say Pokemon is a good TV show.
Yeah, because when you hear us talk about why we love Multiverse of Madness, it really doesn't have to do with the cameos.
Yeah.
You know? It's mostly the directing.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's my problem with this movie. God, this movie is just so bland as far as directing style. It's better than the Avengers. I'll give you that. But there is nothing artistic about this movie. And I know the MCU is not this wonderful, the best films you've ever seen or anything.
Yeah, but for most of the films, you can see where the artists behind it, because even if they're working on a big corporate product, they're still artists. You can see their passion where they put it.
Not even just like the camera work and everything, but like the writing and stuff too. It is just a bland movie of like, here's some Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Yeah. You like Spider-Man? All right, here they are. And it's like, yeah, I do like some Spider-Man. But just nothing special comes out of this, other than the fact that, yes, we are seeing all 3 Spider-Men. That is the only thing it's got going for it. And Doctor Strange is there sometimes. And, well, Willem Dafoe. But are we getting hate yet?
No.
Oh, no hate yet. Presumably, Logan is eating. I don't know how he feels about the Spider-Man movies. I know he's a big Spider-Man dude.
Yeah.
But...
And that could mean 2 things. Either he loves them or hates them.
Yeah. But yeah, all 3 Spider-Men, B tier. What's that?
Defenders. Haven't seen it.
Off the rip, I'm thinking C tier.
I don't know.
It is super problematic in the sense that it's very rushed. And I know the behind the scenes answer is yes, it was very rushed. It was meant to be a 13-episode series, like the rest of all their shows.
Yeah.
But it was shortened to an 8-episode series because they just couldn't get the actors together enough. Iron Fist still sucks. They try to make him important, but they also don't. Like at this point, they kind of openly know that Iron Fist is a joke, I guess. And like, Daredevil's just clearly better, and it's like that kind of sucks.
I like the MJ.
Yeah, MJ's fine for me.
And that condo fight scene, flawless. I loved every second of Willem Dafoe punching Tom Holland in the face.
Yeah.
And the fact that he wanted to do it himself made it all that much.
I have a lot of problems with it, but I think I'd rather watch it than Iron Fist. So, all right.
New Mutants.
I think it's a solid B tier movie.
Yeah.
I don't love it, but I think it's a solid B tier.
I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Am I a little biased because I really like magic? Maybe. But I also really like Danny Moonstar.
Yeah, I think they did a lot of these characters.
I thought Feral and or Wolfsbane was a cool character. Cannonball.
Sunspot and Cannonball were fun.
I think Sunspot was the weakest.
Sunspot was the
weakest.
Got
revealed as far as like motivation and backstory was revealed one by one, and he was the last one to be revealed, so we had the least amount of time with him.
I think this movie had, because originally it was supposed to be more horror, and they kept a lot of that in, which I loved.
Yeah. I think this could have been a good starting point to a franchise. I do.
Yeah. Sad that it went nowhere.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed that movie. Is this Thor the first Thor?
First Thor.
Thor the first Thor.
See?
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
And I watched this, almost a week ago?
Something like that, yeah. Thor the first Thor is a fine movie.
I wanna tell everybody, my favorite funny part of the movie was when he's turning back into Thor for the first time, like about to beat up the Destroyer. God, there's the worst CGI Thor in that bolt of lightning. You should rewatch that scene. It's goofy. It's goofy as hell. Like, Heimdall's really cool. He almost decapitated Loki. He was this close.
Yeah.
Like the second Loki's like, "You're fired, so I don't have to listen to you, King." Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Heimdall's awesome. Loki's great. Anthony Hopkins is great.
Anthony Hopkins is
He's really good in this movie, actually. Probably his best movie, right? As far as like him being not Anthony Hopkins' best movie,
Yeah,
but
in Thor.
Yeah, best showcasing of Odin.
Yeah.
Um,
I almost said Tom Holland again. It's
Sadly, probably
Tom Hiddleston.
yeah, maybe the best showcasing of Heimdall actually as well. I think Heimdall could have been way cooler. They could have done a lot more things with him, but they could have done a lot more things with a lot of the Thor people. Moving on to Thor, the second Thor.
That one might be the best acted Thor movie.
Yeah, because
I think there are Thor movies that are better than it, but that one's definitely the best acted one. Honestly, tempted to move it up to B. I really like Thor 1.
You know what? I'm fine with that. Thor, the first Thor is a B movie. Thor, the second Thor, I feel like that's actually probably more... Well, I would rather watch it than Iron Fist.
Yeah, I think C.
I think strongly I'd rather watch that over Iron Fist. And what's this one?
Oh, Age of Ultron. Definitely watch Age of Ultron.
Yeah. I don't like the opening scene to Age of Ultron where...
you don't like the castle raid?
Where they do the slow motion where they're all together. I think it's super cheesy.
They do that
and the language,
second. They do that, yeah. That's because it was still being directed by Joss Whedon.
I think that whole thing is super cheesy. I don't like it. Anyway.
I think besides those 2 second parts in there, the opening fight's fine.
Now here, Thor, the third Thor. S?
It's really good.
It's at least A.
Yeah.
It is really good. I think it has a fantastic villain. What's his name? Grandmaster's great.
Uh-huh.
I really like Valkyrie. I think she gets, she's introduced and gets fleshed out enough.
Hulk's really good in it.
Loki's great. We finally get to see Loki and Thor kind of working together.
Yeah. That's
the first time we really get to see that. I enjoy Hulk. I enjoy the little bit of banner we get. What am I missing? Anthony Hopkins does good job again,
Yeah.
God, I wonder how much he got paid. He clearly just he's like, look, I'm just gonna wear some clothes and I'm gonna sit down here in front of this green screen.
Yeah, because in the first and I believe second Thor as well, he wore so much.
Yeah. But he's like, look, I'm not gonna do that much, alright? I'm gonna say some words of inspiration and turn to dust, alright?
I'm out of here.
But yeah, I mean, I think, super fun, funny movie with great action and a great villain. Negatives?
And leads into the S tier in Infinity War. Fantastic.
I'm trying to think of something to tear it down into A. Give me a reason to make this an A.
No, I can't think of one.
Yep. And then Thor, the fourth Thor. I don't like this movie as much as Ragnarok.
Ragnarok, yeah. I'd probably put it A, maybe.
I think it could be B.
Maybe B.
It's definitely somewhere in this territory.
High B. High B, low A. That's where I'm going in there.
Again, I got to compare it to the other things on A. I think I'm gonna go with B.
Yeah.
I think I pretty much like all this stuff better than Thor the fourth Thor.
Thor the fourth Thor.
Yeah.
That's hard to say.
Yeah, a little bit. But I'm getting it down.
This sounds like you got a hair in your mouth.
Venom. So we didn't watch these, right?
I haven't watched Venom.
We didn't watch Venom.
One or two.
And then what is this?
WandaVision.
Okay.
WandaVision, I think, is A.
Yeah. I really liked it. I wouldn't be upset if it was S.
I think the only thing holding it back from S is...
Yeah, give me reasons.
The Vision stuff at the end with White Vision. That felt kind of weak to me. a little bit.
I enjoyed that. I will
Although
say
I did like the Vision v Vision fight.
yeah. Well, that's what I mean. I think the weaker stuff is. I'll give you some weaker stuff. I'll give you some weaker stuff. So
Oh, my Marco.
Swordman.
It's got Jimmy Woo in it.
Stop. So here, real quick though, Swordman.
Move Ant-Man 2 up.
Swordman 2 is lame.
Swordman 2?
Swordman. I don't know why I said 2. I think you said Ant-Man 2, and I threw the 2 in there. Swordman. I don't know. President of Swordman.
Oh.
I don't know his name.
Yeah.
He's lame.
He's just kind of an obstacle for obstacle's sake. In my opinion.
The Quicksilver psych out boner joke, kind of lame.
Yeah.
Witches shooting some lasers, kind of lame.
Yeah.
As your big finale. I feel like it's got a pretty good ending.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't like the complaint people have for that going into Multiverse of Madness, where people are like, why did Wanda do anything in Multiverse of Madness? She had a complete arc. It's
well,
like,
see, here's the thing.
Did she really?
And like here's the thing. So like again, season 4 best season of Agents of Shield because it also has the Darkhold, and they do such a better job with the Darkhold in Agents of Shield. Like, if people had that understanding of the Darkhold, because that's the thing. Like, I feel like in the movies, it's introduced like it's a bad book, you know, but like it doesn't. You know, and like we're comic people, we know what the Darkhold is, but normies, I guess we'll call them. You know, I feel like if they were watching Agents of Shield, would have such a better idea of like, oh crap, this book it will make anybody mad. You know what I mean? And like this book is just bad news. You know what I mean? So I kind of somewhat get that point to normies that aren't paying that much attention, which I don't think is. I hate people that don't pay attention to a movie and then complain about something. How come, or this didn't make any sense? The answer is right there. You know what I mean? Like, we clearly leave Wanda in a bad spot. Things are not okay.
She's lost her husband for the second time, and her kids for the first time.
And, like, I get, yes, the show is a metaphorical representation of the, what's it called? The stages of grief. I get that. But that does not mean that she is through the stages of grief. She is still a character going through a lot of things. Now, having a book that does bad things, okay? That poisons the user. Going to Doctor Strange is that she doesn't seem to care about Vision. In the Doctor Strange, well,
She could have saw a White Vision and be like, "Oh, he's alive."
yeah,
I'm okay with it.
and I think it's still a thing, but and in a way, maybe you could kind of take it this way. Maybe in a way, she is a little bit through her grief of the acceptance that Vision died. The kids didn't die. They were taken from her. You know what I mean? Like, through her perspective. So, I think it is a different type of trauma. But, I don't know. I think I'm going to put it back down to A tier. Yeah. I think I do have problems with it. But overall, I really, really enjoy it. This is Origins, right?
No.
This Origins? No, because that's the Wolverine.
Oh yeah, that's the. I
so
thought
this
it was
is
the other way around.
this is
Yeah,
Origins.
this is Origins.
All right. I actually might leave it there.
It's a bad movie, but I think it's fun.
I think
for
it
the
is.
most part. It's got a lot of fun action scenes in it.
The opening scene with him and Sabretooth going through the different time periods is a fantastic scene. Yeah. I like the scene before that with Kid Logan killing his dad or whoever that was, real dad, maybe not real dad. We don't even know. I don't think.
Stepdad.
Well, I think that was the thing. I think it was like, if I remember that scene correctly, maybe I think that guy was coming to be like, I think actually I might be the dad. You know, I think it was that moment, and then he kills that guy.
Oh yeah.
And we don't really
right.
know if it is his dad or not. Maybe he killed his dad. I'm not sure. Which is I think a great little moment, because again, the character of Wolverine is a character of tragedy. Yes, he's a badass, but he's he's an immortal character that has to live with this constant awful shit happening to him. And so I like that scene. Is the actor very good? No. But whatever. It is what it is. The bone claw's coming through, and, you know, he's doing his best to scream, and you tell a little 7-year-old, scream like there's bone claws coming out of your hand. You know, it's fine. Yeah, then that scene afterwards of him and Sabretooth, amazing. I really like, and even though this is a point where it's like, that's not how it is in the comics, but I'm okay with that. When they have Ryan Reynolds and the rest of the team together, you know, and like he's deflecting bullets and stuff. Yeah. That's not how Deadpool is in the comics, but I still feel like it fits the character. I feel like they souped him up, which is a rare occurrence. Usually they're depowering for the movies. But I felt like the beginning Deadpool fit. Or Wade Wilson, we'll say. Even though it strays away from the comics extremely. I feel like the essence of the character is good. And it's probably just because it's Ryan Reynolds.
I like the Gambit a lot.
I think he is okay.
I'm biased.
He's a Gambit fanboy, but like...
Where is he? Is he even on the wall anymore?
There.
You can't see him.
No, they can't. Well, not in this camera mode. But anyway... We got some more chat. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but like, I don't know. I feel anyway. We're past WandaVision. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, but anyway, I feel like that whole opening scene, the kid is good. I like that, at least thematically, story wise. And that's a scene where I think there's a lot of like little things that isn't directly said to your face and explained to you that makes the scene better. But again, people have to think about something and they're like, well, that was dumb. And then them going through the wars was just badass. Like, it was just cool. It was cool as all hell, you know? And I like I said, I like the little X-Force team. I don't know what to call them. At the beginning, I think that's neat. And then we get into where the movie starts really derailing. But I don't really think it's that terrible. I don't have that
when
big.
When they kidnap him and give him the metal claws, I think after that's when the movie starts derailing.
Yeah, the metal claws is, I think, fine. I like that. I think Blob is okay.
Yeah.
I know people hate Blob in that movie. And they're like, oh, he's gross. He's supposed to look gross. Get over it.
Blob. He's never looked that gross.
I think Will.i.am is fine.
Yeah.
People hate him in that movie.
I think
he's all right. I really like the guy that plays Sabretooth. I have problems with the character of Sabretooth, but I think that the actor's really good. I think he does a really good job. And like leaps and bounds better than
the one in X-Men.
In the X-Men, yeah.
He's just a caveman.
Yeah. So much better. Obviously, the big atrocity of this movie is what they end up doing to Deadpool.
Yeah.
Which is awful. Just no other way around it.
So bad, Ryan Reynolds didn't even want to be in the makeup. I think it's a look-alike.
Yeah. Was that did he say he didn't want to, though? Or did they just use someone else?
I think he said he didn't want to, and so they said, okay, we're going to use someone else.
That's wild. I didn't know that part. I do also think it's crazy, though, that guy does look like Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it looks like him, you know, made up to be, like, that's insane. Like, he's got the same structure and everything. I had no idea that wasn't Ryan Reynolds. Anyway, I mean, I knew now, but I found that out, you know, years ago or whatever, and it was astounding. I like Sabretooth and Wolverine having to team up at the end.
It's not new. I was just
Okay,
I didn't
okay.
read that last one.
The stuff with his wife or lover or whatever is fine.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's fine.
Has one of the best lines in any Marvel product, which is where like the recruiter guy that gets shot in the head. I forget his name. The like guy in charge of Weapon X.
The sniper guy or
The older guy.
oh, that guy. What line are you thinking of?
Hold on. What's his name? I can't remember.
Stryker.
Stryker. Where he's like, "Come on, Wolverine, you need to serve your country," and he goes, "I'm Canadian," I'm Canadian, and then just drives away.
That is really good. That's a really good line. I forgot about that. Yeah. Sniper guy's fun.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really bad looking CGI and weird stuff, and there's like I kind of like some of like the cheesiness of the house explodes and he drives out with a motorcycle, and some of that's kind of enjoyably
so okay
bad.
with cheesiness in comic book movies, because it's like
It's a comic
that's what
book
would
movie.
happen in a comic book, you know?
Yeah.
The house would explode, or
Yeah, so it's like,
you know, he'd
yes.
do a jump on his motorcycle and cut the helicopter.
Yeah.
You know, that's so goofy and ridiculous. Put it in my movies.
I'm okay
please.
with that stuff. So like, yeah. That being said, I think Wolverine Origins is a C tier movie. It's fine. It's not great.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of problems. It started strong as hell, and then just yeah. Mainly Deadpool. I think that's the big thing, though.
Yeah.
I think if
If it had like a legit Deadpool at the end.
it had legit Deadpool at the end, I think people would really like this movie.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on to The Wolverine.
The Wolverine.
I think is a really great movie that has a kind of weak villain.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
I think it'd be
B. I'm thinking B. Because I really like a lot of parts. That scene where has to fight all the ninjas and they're shooting all the arrows in him
Yeah.
is great. A
This
fantastic
movie
scene.
does do one thing that no other Wolverine movie does, and takes him to Japan.
Yeah, and I do like Wolverine being in Japan. I really like Mariko. Trying to think of it. I haven't watched this movie in forever. And I don't hate the Silver Samurai.
Yeah.
I don't love him.
His motivation, though, isn't, like, bad either. I get it. He's like, oh, I met this immortal man once. I want to steal that power because I'm old and dying.
I do like that scene where it doesn't really make sense, but and again, it's a comic book movie. I'll let it slide a little bit, but where he's covering his body with a atomic bomb going off and everything, it's a cool scene. I like it. The guy would probably die. Like Wolverine might be okay. I'll give you that, but the guy'd probably be dead. But yeah, there's just a lot of really cool
Part
action.
of the movie is he was dying of like radiation poisoning a little bit.
I don't know. He's also
I
ancient.
think that's what. He was also from World War II.
Yeah, but anyway, a lot of cool action in that movie. And then we have First Class,
S.
S tier, easy S tier,
S-tier.
easy S tier, best X-Men movie ever.
Yeah.
There is some problems, mainly Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah. But even then, this was before she was like a main character.
Yeah, but she does. Other than her accents, that's really my only problem with her in this movie. I have other problems with her in other movies, but this one, her accents are pretty bad. And this is X-Men Days of Future Past. I think
If not S, A.
definitely not S.
It's so good.
I really like it, but it is not as good as First Class.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like it is not.
Age of Apocalypse. C.
I'm a little.
Because there are a lot of parts I like about it, but
I like Storm.
Is it just under Days of Futures Past?
No, I'm more so thinking like, is this a D movie?
Oh.
That's what I'm
I don't
weighing.
think I dislike the movie. That's why I wouldn't put it in D.
I
would rewatch it.
We'll give it C. We'll give it C. I think that's fair. Did you watch this next one?
Nope. Yep.
Well, we can't put it there. But to be, of the stuff that we didn't watch, we didn't want to watch Dark Phoenix. We didn't want to watch either Venom movie.
I wanted to watch the first one.
I didn't. We didn't want to watch Morbius. I think I actually may have watched Hulk. I just don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's been like years since I've watched Hulk.
And Agent Carter's the only one I wanted to watch. There's no Punisher on here.
Yeah, there is no Punisher. Season 1 or 2. I'll just tell you what we think. Season 1, B.
I'd give it a C.
Season 2, B.
I haven't watched Season 2, but just off Season 1, well, I'd give it a B. I'd give it a B, thinking about that again.
Quiet, Jake.
Why? What's it gonna?
Oscar Isaac plays an Egyptian Marvel character, A. Wrong Egyptian Marvel character. Pick a different one. Egyptian themed, I should say.
Let's see. So, yeah, I do want to stew on Days of Future Past a little bit. Like, as far as, like... Because I know people hate that movie, too. But, like, the good parts of it... Well, first of all, Michael Fassbender has some good parts. I think there's some iffy parts with it as well, as far as, like, being all flippy-floppy. Angel sucks.
No, is that one Apocalypse?
Yeah.
Oh.
I said the Days of Future Past, I think.
Yeah.
Wrong X-Men movie, but yeah, Apocalypse. Angel sucks.
But the other two are so good.
And also
Storm and Psylocke.
We forgot to mention the Quicksilver stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't get resolved.
Yeah, because that leaves off in...
I don't know if they resolve it in Dark Phoenix.
I don't think they do. I don't think.
Is he even in Dark Phoenix?
Who, Quicksilver?
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, like... So, like, in Days of Future Past, though, like, incredible scene. In Age of Apocalypse, good scene. Really, really good scene. But then they're like, well... We gotta break this character's leg because he's just too good. We made him too cool.
That's fair enough. That also does help show, man, Apocalypse is kind of strong.
Yeah, it was a kind of a cool moment from Apocalypse. Because he was getting whooped there for a second.
Wow, this is the second time his eyes roll back when he initiates his powers. Or his first time he does that. Oscar Isaac.
Huh?
They don't. In reference to what? That was like 5 minutes ago. I don't know. We're on a delay here, Jake. I don't know.
I don't know what they don't reference this to. Anything else? I think what's his name? McAvoy does a good job. Like, man, I don't think he has as much to work with in this movie.
I like the intro stuff of Magneto, just because poor Magneto can't be happy.
Yeah.
You know, he's got a wife, a daughter. She can talk to deer.
I did want him to kill them, though. I'm still upset about that when Apocalypse kills them. And he's like, why did you do that? You know? It was Magneto's kill. That was his revenge.
They injure him in the second action scene and bench him for the rest of the movie. Is that in reference to Dark Phoenix?
Yeah, I don't know. Because he fights Apocalypse.
Yeah, no. That's why.
Yeah.
Quicksilver and Dark Phoenix. Okay.
Okay, good, cool.
That's okay. I've heard that movie's bad.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. Like, I mean, that's what they had to do in this movie, and that's what happens in a lot of stuff. That's like, in game, Doctor Strange, he's too strong. Okay, you gotta hold water. Okay, like it's lame. It is, but you have to put him aside somehow. Doctor Strange in Spider-Man, the third Spider-Man movie. you're trapped in the mirror dimension, you know,
Yeah.
or whatever dimension. It was
He
mirror
could have
dimension.
just put all those villains in the mirror dimension and be like, all right, everybody, let's solve their problems real quick.
But yeah. So this is our tier list. Let's get it.
This is the law.
This is a quick little overview. So I'm not gonna go through everything, but we have a lot more in S tier than I thought we would.
Yeah. There's a lot of good ones.
Majority.
MCU's got bangers.
Majority is B and C.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. There will always be the majority in the middle.
Yeah. And then, just 2 and D and 2 and F. Well, I guess there's going to be another one in B, right? Punisher?
Yeah.
I kind of feel C on Punisher, but whatever.
You haven't seen season 2, though. I really like season. I really like the villain. Well, I like what they do with Jigsaw more in that, as well as what they do with the assassin sent after the Punisher in that.
Actually, hold up. I can probably zoom out a little bit, and that'll make it. Yeah, so there's no more doubles or double rows. Oh wait, no.
No, there's still double rows.
I don't know what I'm thinking.
I think you just made it.
I just
bigger.
made one less double row. A is no longer a double row.
Yeah, that's all you did.
Okay, that's as far as I can
a quick recap.
But yeah, so
starting off with Cap.
Well, let's see. So let's see who has the best showing here, because like Logan earlier was talking about Cap doing really well, which he did, because he's got his movies.
I was saying whatever.
Well, I think Logan said something too. So he's got an S tier,
an A tier,
and where's the other one?
A B tier.
Where's the other one at?
Literally right.
Oh, right there. An S. Oh yeah.
Right, nice, good line. Right
yeah.
there.
An S, an A, and a B. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Where's Iron Man at?
An A. Where's the other movies?
Where'd you put B? Iron Man 2. I see Iron Man 2 and
B and a C.
It was up to me. Iron Man 3 would have been B as well.
That's a good little line though as well. One. A, B, and C.
How's Thor doing?
An S.
An S.
An A, right? Where's he at?
I don't see it. Oh, it's right underneath Deadpool.
Deadpool?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was B.
That's B. It's two B's. They're right next to each other.
Oh, an S, 2 B's,
and a C.
And a C.
It's not bad.
A little mixed.
Yeah, a little mixed.
I feel like
Ant-Man has the worst one so far. 2 C's.
2 C's.
Black Panther's at a B.
Yeah, we just got the 1, so.
Yeah. Avengers as a whole.
Oh, yeah. Where are they at?
S.
So we got an S, an A. One of these got to be A.
It's the second one.
Okay. A
C.
A C and a D.
Yeah.
So they're a little mixed all over the board.
How are the X-Men doing as a total, including Wolverine? S.
1 S, yeah. 1 A.
A. B.
Yeah, B.
They got 1 on every single one? Or no, everything but D.
Yeah, no D tier.
Yeah, because they got 2 and C.
They're all over the board.
Yeah.
And that's probably an F tier, but whatever. Or maybe you're the missing piece. Maybe you're a D tier. Probably not. Probably not.
Move Logan up.
I don't know. Anyway, Deadpool is a A and a B.
Yeah.
Where's the Netflix? Oh yeah, Guardians. Guardians is strong.
Yeah. Our Netflix.
Ooh, that'll be interesting to see where Guardians 3 sits in. Because, for example,
you should save this and wait for new stuff to come out.
Well,
we'll add along as things come out. How does that sound, Marco?
Maybe. If I can figure out how to save this.
There's a big save button at the bottom.
What about OG X-Men Trilogy? It wasn't on the list that I pulled up. I just grabbed this list.
We can add that later at some other point.
We'll add it because we need to add in Punisher. We'll add in X-Men Original Trilogy.
Fantastic Four.
I haven't.
We might have to rewatch a couple of these movies. We'll try and empty this spot. That should be our goal, Marco.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound like a lot of fun.
It doesn't.
What if we just start the list and call it a day?
I wouldn't mind trying to empty that spot.
But if Guardians comes in with an A tier, like, they'll be doing better than Cap.
Yeah. Or even a second S tier.
I mean, like, they could. And we'll get they'll get bonus points for, like, I Am Groot and the holiday special. They have a lot of things coming up. Let's see the Netflix stuff. So, Daredevil.
S. 1S.
An A tier.
A.
And then I think it falls off very quickly.
Yeah.
Into a C tier.
Yeah. 2 C tiers.
Oh yeah, where's the other one?
Defenders. Is Runaways Netflix?
No.
No. Okay.
Where's Defenders?
Right next to Runaways.
Why is it? Oh, maybe it's for the. Because it was in alphabetical order.
I don't know.
That's what I was like looking over here. I was like,
Yeah.
where's it at? So yeah, 2 C's and a D. So a little all over the board.
You spelled flawed wrong.
That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. I'm not far off from you.
Logan,
Just a couple
ban him for
changes.
being bad.
Yeah, ban anyone with poor grammar, please.
Don't actually ban him.
Mine would be more balanced. I don't think Logan would. If Super Baby was in chat, he would. Oh, but he's
Yeah.
also not mod.
He's also not mine.
If Echo was in chat, she would.
Yeah.
More balanced? I mean, I think we have a pretty balanced list.
Yeah, it's well balanced, as all things should be.
I mean, other than the do not watch, obviously. We could just move a bunch of them into F tier. And
What else do we need?
We can prematurely put Kraven in
I'm trying
F
to think
tier.
of other Marvel.
I hope, and this is so bad, I hope Kraven is at least so bad that it's funny.
Marco, we should.
But I don't think it will be.
Watch and add the old Marvel stuff, the '90s Marvel stuff.
Maybe.
We need to figure out how to do like a watch party. That'd be fun.
Yeah, but takes to
Imagine a Daredevil watch party for the movie. That'd be fun.
takes to what to take away from this rather is about why your opinions are wrong.
Yeah, because we're the law.
The Spider-Man movies aren't that good. I mean, they're fine.
They're fun. They're good.
They're fine, but they're not that good, y'all. Logan, I think you might have been away. Are you?
You commented on them.
Did he?
Tom Holland is great.
Okay.
They ruined MJ for me, and I disagreed. I
Yeah.
like MJ in them.
That's not the issues
It's
with the
okay to
movies.
be wrong, Gabe Hart.
Anyway,
You're mod. You're not like channel operator or something. You're something like that. Co-lord
probably
of the channel.
yeah. Also, really important things to take away. Guardians 2 is an S tier movie, and that's really important.
You circled first class as you did.
Oh, I
that.
did that. Where's Guardians 2? Wait a minute.
It's the second one in there.
Yeah. Oh, that's where it should be.
Yeah.
Cause
I agree.
Probably.
I agree.
You think it's better than
I
Daredevil?
agree.
You haven't seen season 3
seen
though.
season 3, though.
Season 3 is really good, and I'm just more of a fan of television. I really am. I feel like you get to explore characters, and for me, that's so important.
I'm a big fan of this General Grievous.
But that's why Guardians is so good. I think
Because it explores characters really well in a movie.
in a movie, which is so hard to do, and it explores so many characters, but it kind of cheats, but in a good way, because it
God
like
rhymes with God, so close enough for me.
it does it smart because it shows characters.
You know
Characters-
what else mod rhymes with flawed.
Okay. But Guardians 2 grows characters together, and like simultaneously bouncing off of each
Yeah.
other.
God, Jake, that sounds like so much work. What do we look like? We
No.
want to work.
If anything, if we were to do another one, it might be actual characters.
Yeah. It'd have to be condensed, like
Well, I mean,
villains, you know?
the important characters. I mean, we're not gonna put, I don't know, Senator Man on here. You know.
It'd have to be villains. I feel like that'd probably be the best one. Because even heroes, sometimes there's just a lot.
Yeah. Oh, and let's. Oh. Another thing I wanted to, like, kind of take away from this was that Phase 4 is not as bad as you all think. It has
Let's see here.
2 S tier movies.
2 S tiers. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3 A tier shows.
Yeah.
Where are we in the B tier? 1, 2,
Hawkeye.
3, 4. 4 in B tier. Hawkeye, Miss Marvel, No Way Home, and Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah. Anything in C tier?
Any in C tier? Nothing in C tier. Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Falcon and
And
Winter Soldier.
Eternals.
And Eternals. Okay. So you have a couple C tier stuff.
Nothing we disliked.
Yeah. Which, I mean, is honestly rare to get this bad. Like, we do not want it to be down here.
Yeah.
It happens occasionally. But yeah, we don't like being down here. And I feel like this is, look,
Could you imagine a Morbius watch party?
I'm extremely, I don't know if we'd have fun, maybe.
We could have fun if we were loud and making fun of it.
If we were
Black Widow is C. Where did we put Black Widow? C? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That's exactly where we put
Yeah.
it.
Was that a statement or a suggestion? Because if it's a suggestion, it's there.
If it's a statement, nice.
Yes, you are correct. Also, I just don't feel like most particular episodes of Disney Plus are necessarily that crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they work best as a whole.
Yeah. Because, again, Disney Plus don't write their shows as television, really. It's more so a big movie.
Like the reason a lot of them are good is because we had a lot of build up to them. You know? It's like the climax of a movie, mostly. I'm trying to think of other not MCU, but just Marvel things we could add. We could add the Marvel animated movies.
I'm trying to think of other things.
Animated TV shows.
I guess also really important to take away. Logan is a bad movie.
Yeah.
That's an important thing to take away.
Humans was never good. Stop pretending it's
Yeah.
good.
I don't know. Somebody said this is better than Runaways. I can't believe that. I think it was El Cava. Inhumans was awful. I'd probably put Runaways as a solid.
Oh yeah, that's a Phase 4 movie we forgot to list off. Black Widow. I forgot it was one.
Oh yeah. So what? 3 C's? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
See, that's what I wish I had, like.
Jake being smarter than us.
I wish I had, like, different colored borders around them.
Yeah. That sounds like it'd be work.
Yeah. Or we could, like, instead of, like, putting, like, Daredevil's my favorite, I want to put it in the front. It could be, like, Phase 1 stuff in front, you know, and it'll lead through. But then also that gets confusing, like, where does the X-Men go? Where does Netflix go? You know, whatever. But I guess, like, Netflix kind of fits in as, like, but then there's seasons, so they might fit in between different phases.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, complicated. But yeah, I don't know.
Maybe we'll make a Star Wars
I
stuff too.
wouldn't mind
That
doing
would
a
be
Star
fun.
Wars one.
Star Wars, Marvel villains, I feel would be fun.
There's not as much Star Wars stuff though.
I
So
want
was there?
to watch the entirety of the DC animated movies with you.
Yeah,
And make a tier list based on those.
maybe.
Because we don't read a lot of DC, so we don't have any, like, what's the word? Bias towards the comics. So, like, if something's not exactly how the comics is, and for that reason it would be bad, or we'd interpret it to be worse than what the comics did, you know?
Yeah.
We wouldn't have that bias, so we would judge it solely on that movie.
How many Star Wars things is there? There's 9 movies.
Nine
main
movies.
movies. Han Solo, Rogue One,
Yeah.
Christmas Special, Clone Wars, Rebels, Mando, Bad Batch. Is that it?
Did you get both Clone Wars?
Oh, no. Other Clone Wars. Oh, Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah, Obi-Wan.
So actually, I mean, even if there's more or not,
Yeah.
if there is written, that's 18. I didn't think, I was like, there's not that many Star Wars things, but 18's a good number.
I'd want to include Fallen Order, or even like some of the other games that have their own story. You know, just because.
How far are we taking this? Are we going to
I wouldn't say like
Battlefront?
I wouldn't say Battlefront 2
That was good though. I really liked it.
was good. And I really liked it as well. But I feel like, are you talking about Battlefront 2 story mode?
Yeah,
Okay,
it was really good.
yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'm trying to make sure there's no other shows or movies that we're missing.
Because Fallen Order,
Yeah,
Force Unleashed 1 and 2, they'd be judged separately.
Yeah. Did I play 2?
No, you never played 2. I played 2.
Yeah, I
I
definitely
thought
played.
it was fun, but I felt like it was a DLC. It felt like a DLC.
Yeah,
It felt like a big DLC.
and well, see, that's the thing. I felt like Fallen Order was fun. Or no, What was it called? Unleashed.
Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed was fun, but it got to be like very repetitive. And then by the time the second one came out, I was like, do I want to do more of this? And it was just like, eh.
Nicey Little Hope needs to be included. My Star Wars nerd buddy says that those games are super important. I've not played a single one of them. I don't think I know Michael has.
I don't know if I want to add the games in at all, honestly, because it's kind of weird to me.
Well, some of them are really good Star Wars content.
That's
like,
true.
Fallen Order is really good Star Wars
I get
content.
it. That's why I said I don't know. I didn't outright.
Each Clone Wars arc.
I didn't outright reject it.
That one's kind of interesting.
Huh?
Tier each Clone Wars arc.
How many are there?
Several, because each arc is like 4. It's like 2 to 4. That's like the numbers, you know, episodes long. And some episodes aren't included in any arcs, and they're very standalone. You know.
Eh. I don't know.
I feel like that'd be the only difficult part about that would be determining what is an arc and what isn't, because sometimes arcs are split, you know.
Yeah.
That's the only reason that would be tough. I'd be down for it if I knew definitively what arcs were what.
Yeah, it's a little iffy for me. Any more hot takes that you all need to impress into your mind before we leave? Oh, I was gonna say, I feel like this shows that I am using good judgment and not being biased, because I didn't put Iron Man in S tier, and you all know I'm an Iron Man guy.
Yeah, Iron Man's really good.
And I didn't put Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in S tier. That took a lot of restraint, y'all.
I still think Black Panther should be A tier.
If I had to sit down and rewatch either that or Iron Man, I'm watching Iron Man.
Yeah,
Or that
but I think
and Endgame, I'm watching Endgame.
I'd rather watch Black Panther than like Deadpool 2, or maybe even like I was gonna say Days of Future Past, but it's a really good movie. Maybe WandaVision. I'd probably watch it over WandaVision.
I don't.
Oh, Legion's one. It's not on there.
Well, put it in the we didn't watch it
Yeah.
pile. Woohoo.
I heard some mixed things from.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad it's just not very exciting for this.
Yeah, it's on Hulu.
Yeah.
Why would we watch that when we could watch 24 hours of Alf?
Oh, that's true.
Which
That
is what
true.
you should be doing. Why are you watching our stream? Go watch Alf!
You just watch it now. Anytime. Anyway,
Time of day. You don't know. There's a third screen over here. It's got Alf. Why don't you have that set up, Marco?
I got Alf in my veins.
Checking that Alf right in here. I guess this is the closing of the stream. Let's do a recap of everything we got. Just
they can go back and watch the VOD.
Quick. We got this Captain America.
We got some stuff and things.
Cool.
We're not even on the big screen, Chris.
I just want to show this.
Show him the Grievous here. Let me pull up.
This Grievous is really nice. That's all I wanted to do.
Boom, boom, boom.
Hold on, his arm is falling.
So yeah, we got a Grievous. Chris is pretty happy about it.
I'm very happy about it. I made him be dramatic. He's got one hand up like this, and the other one's holding his cape. It's probably how I'm going to have him standing.
What else? I don't know. That's all I got.
You can take his face off.
We're gonna go eat.
Burgers.
I hope you all enjoyed learning about what a correct MCU tier list looks like. I hope you all never resist. No, I don't know. We might do some more of this stuff in the future. I actually might be doing 2 tier lists this week, I think. I might be doing another Trending 20 tier list. Oh, and then, like I said, Friday, I have a really cool new series starting. Have another guest onto the show. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a really cool show. So definitely tune in for that. We're ever so close to 950. Keep up the good work. Spread the good word. Trying to think of I will be having some cool comics coming up soon. Stuff you've seen on the channel, but stuff that's returning to the channel. A little ominous, but that's going to be maybe next week. So, get to rearrange the wall a little bit. Some of those comics that I got graded and came back really bad grades I'm thinking about what to do with them right now. The Heir to the Empire needs to get repressed and graded again for sure. I think I'm done with CBCS for right now, which is not something I thought I would be saying, but I think that they are grading extremely harsh right now.
They're really harshing my mellow, bro.
That was really cringe. But yeah, and it does not feel good to say that I'm switching back to CGC. Let me tell you, I'm not happy about that, but that's just the state that I'm in.
I thought we were in Kentucky.
Nope, you're wrong, Chris.
Look at Grievous. He's like, look at my gains.
Anyway, the Ultimate Fallout 4 I'm pretty upset about. I can let the Hulk 449 go if I really have to, mainly because I kind of have this little tingling of a thought that that's not the comic that I had. I do not remember that giant color rub on the back. I really don't. But I'm not trying to stress about it too much. I know a lot of people get hung. I feel like a lot of people use that as just like an excuse. That's not the book I sent in. The book I sent in was flawless. It was a 9.9 actually. You know, and I also really try not to do that too. Like, I really try not to think, well, this book's going to get a 9.8. I'm never like that. But with this book, I was like, this book is perfect. You know, I bought the book because I thoroughly looked it over.
Like, detailed photos of
I think I will start doing that, unfortunately. I didn't want to have to do that because I didn't want to be one of those people. But man, I really looked that book over. And it's a big noticeable color rub. So, I don't know. Upsetting. Damien. Hey, Super Baby. You are very late. We are ending the stream. Hope CS wasn't harsh on my book. I'm worried. I got 12.
Yo, Super Baby, check out this Grievous. Ain't it dope?
Yeah. I got 12 more books coming back from CBCS. And I am not too happy. Like, about that. I'm really worried. I think the big one is my Spider-Man 194, my first Black Cat. I'm really hoping they don't tear that thing up.
We should end the stream. I really have to pee.
Well, stop interrupting me. Just say dumb, cringy jokes. Oh, the Grievous, yeah, the Grievous is sick. Anyway, trying to think what else is popping up soon. I think that's about it for my updates. Like I said, the new series coming. I'm really excited about. Friday. New game show, inspired show. I think that's all I got. Thanks for showing up, Super Baby. Better late than never.
Goodbye.
Thanks for everyone for showing up and enjoying our shenanigans. You can always go back and rewatch the VOD if you didn't see everything, didn't see our maniacal but correct tier list. How long is CGC, and would it be worth to resend? And if I got a bad grade from CBC, maybe. And that's kind of where I'm at, because like I'm not gonna lie, like I feel like I wasted $300. That's how much it cost to get those books graded, and I didn't like the grade on any of them. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, I'm $300 down the hole. Do I put more money into it to hopefully get better grades? Because maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe I send those books back in, they come the same grade. It could happen. Regardless, it's at least worth it for the Heir to the Empire because of the help me
Thrawn?
What's wrong? Pebbling. Because of the pebbling. But like that's an easy case for me. It's an unfortunate case, but an easy case. But like, do I send in Miles again? But I will say, apparently they're doing pretty good. I think standard is at like 2 months right now, so that's where I would feel good. And I've heard standard is a lot better than modern. Little secret, I actually shouldn't have told you that. But like, for example, if you have a book that's modern and you send it in as standard, it'll cost a little bit extra, but it's not as bogged down. Which my Ultimate Fallout 4 would fit into standard anyway. And it's like, with the whole $4.49, if I invest another, whatever, $60 or so to get it graded, am I just losing more money? Is that all I'm doing? I'm not sure. And like, with your book, Logan, you'll just have to see what grade you get. Because I don't know. I'm in a tough spot. Like I said, I'm really nervous about. I got 12 more books there. And I'm going to be pretty upset because like what the Black Cat deal was, I had a 6.5 already. And I got a raw copy that I thought was probably about a 7.5. So I ended up selling my graded copy because a friend wanted it. Otherwise, I was going to keep both copies, honestly. I had no intention of selling it. But I heard a friend was looking for it, so I sold it. And I also thought, again, I sent my CBCS back in October as a 2-day submission. I thought it was going to be like a month. And then I'd get my books back. So it's still there. It's been in grading forever, I think. Or no, I don't even know if it's hit grading, actually. I don't think it has. I think I was confusing with my other submission. But yeah, so if it gets lower than the 6.5, I'm going to be pretty upset. I'm going to be pretty dang upset. Also, notable books. In that I have Daredevil 9 and 10. First appearance and first cover of Echo. Signed by David Mack, both of them. So if those get destroyed, I'm going to be pretty upset. Which, I'll have no other option with those. They're signatures, so they have to go to CBCS. So that'll be some relief. At least knowing there's nothing else I can do. I got some other cool stuff like a Marvel Premiere 47. I got Godslap prologue in there. I don't even remember. It's been so... Oh, my Bloodstone 1. If they destroy my Bloodstone 1, I'm going to be pretty upset. I will be pretty upset about that. Do you know this Iron Man 1 Riri covers raw? Maybe? I think so. I assume you're talking about the one next to Predator over there. I have a lot graded. I think I have like 4 or 5 graded. I don't remember. And I might have 1 or 2 raw. I'd have to go check. Both companies have it out for you. And that's the thing, like, I have a lot of issues with CGC. And with both companies, I've had times where I felt like they graded a little generously. Maybe CGC might have graded a little harsh on some things. But this recent, I feel like, was a super harsh grading from CBCS. And I can take a little waiver. If I was expecting a 9 and got an 8.5, that's fine, you know, I get it. But expecting a 9 and getting a 7.5, expecting a 9 plus and getting a 7.5. Hey Kenneth, we're just wrapping up here, but hello. But yeah, I mean, I've had some what I thought was really, you know, as far as like grading, is like, yes, this feels really good, spot on. Again, maybe sometimes even a little generous from CBCS, but not anymore. Not right now, anyway. I may go back. I'd like to go back to them eventually. I like their slabs better. I genuinely do. The comic shop that I work at, we got a slab in of Spider-Man 607, and I love that book, and I'm thinking about maybe buying it. And I picked it up. It's a CGC slab. And I just feel that book rattling around in there. I hate that about CGC slabs. I really, really do. You think I was wrong on the last group? Yeah. Yeah, And that's the thing. Like, I've done several unboxing videos on this channel. And been fairly close most of the time. You know? Like, and I feel like I've been getting better and better. And then this one, I just completely off. Like, not even close. Other than the Iron Man was the only close one. But still low. But anyway, we're going to go eat. We're hungry. Thanks for hanging out. Cool stuff coming this weekend. Cool stuff coming some other time. Bunch of keychains. I've been selling keychains like a madman. I started putting them on eBay, and like his Instagram's been doing good. Oh, also on Facebook, I put some on a small Facebook group, and it was crazy. It was so hard to manage, which is good. But like I'd like to eventually put them on a big eBay page or Facebook page, and that really scares me. I feel like I'll need 3 days off to process all that. But that's probably what I'm going to do after I eat, is work on, or not even probably, I need to get a bunch of packages ready to ship tomorrow. So yeah, it's neat, but a lot of work, a lot of work. Anyway, that's going to be it. So thank you all so much for hanging out with us. As Chris breaks his General Grievous, I bid you farewell.
Oh, I put him in a really cool pose.